Hi. Hello. Am I alive? That is left to be discovered. Hello. Am I alive? Pain is every day. Every day I suffer through so much. And it's hard, you know? It's hard. It's hard being a VTuber. The curse has me so bad. Hey, I'm gonna go over here real quick. Life is hard. You know? Being a VTuber is difficult. I'm contemplating on just calling it for the day. So apparently what happened, hello everybody. Once again, my computer is actively trying to kill me. So what happened essentially is that my camera died because I was like, oh, you need to install a driver. And I was like, okay, installing a driver in the background is usually not a huge issue. So I went ahead and did that. Oh, alas, was I wrong? Was I so wrong? Oh, because guess what? Hey, it shut down everything. It shut down everything. So yeah, so I had to restart my PC, which is not a huge issue, but kind of sucks when you're streaming because that means the stream dies. Yay. Yay. This isn't the first time we had to do this, but the curse has been afflicted upon me so bad. And I thought of just, you know, calling it for the day, but ASHTON has so much to get through that I really want to just like barrel through what I can. So here we are. Life is hard. Everything is difficult for me. Let's go here. Hey, hi. Hello. There I am. Hey. What's going on? Everything is difficult for me all the time. Hold on. Let me get this back. Get my lights back on. Or off, I guess.
This ain't just about helping, ASHTON. You're throwing yourself in the thick of it on your own.
Jesus, Zach, I did not need you yelling at me when I'm right when I jump back in. Hold on, let me do a save. I caught up to where I was originally, kind of. But let me just... Hello? That's my dog outside. Sorry. Oh, she's excited. Okay. Pain is... Let me send a quick tweet out real quick to also just be like, hi. Sorry about all that. We're alive. I promise. Life is hard, you know. Okay, let me go back here. I'll send a quick note out on my Twitter. The joys of streaming, truly. Sorry about the technical issues. I'm alive. I promise. Whoop. Pain. Pain is all I feel. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me for these hard times. Okay, I can't even make a joke anymore. I'm upset. How's my stream quality? How are we doing? Ugh, pain. Anyway. Jesus. Let's just get right back into it, shall we?
Was your fall last night really that bad? Did you hit your head hard? I honestly can't tell if you've gone stupid or just plain suicidal.
My head's okay, Zach, but it won't stay that
It's
way if we
okay.
don't do
Thank you
anything
so
about this.
much. Life is hard. Everything's good? Okay, thank you. I appreciate everyone sticking with me for these troubling times. Oh, fuck me, man. Because, look, listen. We still have... Whoa. Okay, we're somewhat... Yeah, we still have so much more to get through. Like, I really didn't want to pause there. We have so much more to get through. ASHTON's route is crazy. And we probably might end up skipping all that bottom bit there. So, hey, listen. Technical issues are just part of it, and I really want to get through as much as I can. So, we're just going to keep trucking. Thank you for dealing with everything.
Someone has to.
Okay. I'll get back into it. Seriously, this is already a desperate move. The longer we dally, the faster we're losing our options. Do we even have one? Looking back at it, this whole business with the ghost seems perfectly set up to drive us into a corner. Either until we lose our mind or she gets us. I'm starting to feel as if there isn't an escape. We've already become her playthings the second Isabella found the letter. That our lives are in our hands ticks me off big time. But the idea of watching the people I care about die helplessly, more so. Much safer here than with me. It's a selfish thought, I know, born out of fear. So in case things go awry, the very last thing I want to happen is for Zach to take the fall with me. I've already made enough mistakes.
And that means it's just you.
Just me.
Suddenly he clamps up. All those actions, the restless shift in his shoulders, the mouth pressing close in a tight line, and how he starts it off again in a quiet note. It all gives away his real thoughts. Before long, 2 words have even made out of his mouth.
I'm sure you already know about this. Maybe this is you trying to make amends, or whatever. I don't know. You're making your own decisions here. But if something happens to you, it'll be just that. You'll just be another dead body out there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Please, don't do something like this.
Yeah, Ash, you don't have to go by yourself.
Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to get myself
Oh
killed.
my fucking god. The fact that y'all are just letting him.
I just want things to go back to normal, Zach.
Ugh. Another dead air follows at the heels of that one admission. The meaning of my words too heavy, too striking. It stuns us into another lull. Optimism aside, we're both aware that's impossible. We're going to have to deal with the trauma right after. There will be images. The voices whispering inside our heads. The foreboding feeling. The stench of blood, gore, and death trailing after us. We may survive this, but those things will remain in us for a long time. One does not survive something like this without leaving something in you. Just mere thought of what might come right after makes me dread it. But this has changed in all of us. But I suppose that outcome is more acceptable, the lesser of two evils.
3 hours.
My head snaps up and I turn to him puzzled. He's staring at his hands with a thoughtful expression, brows furrowed in deep concentration. Like he's trying to choose the right words to convey what he's about to say.
3 hours? For what?
That's more than enough time to go there, to check things, like you said, and travel back here. If you don't show up here beyond that, I'm going after you.
Just go with him. Y'all are driving me up a fucking wall. Oh my god. Don't make him go alone. Safety in numbers. What the fuck? Unbelievable, y'all. This is just like, oh, maybe we should split up. Oh, you guys are killing me. Men, exactly. From his tone, it sounds almost like a warning. I'm sure it's not his intention. But hearing something like that from a person like Zach, I can't help but chuckle and throw in a jibe despite how dire things are. Just like the old times.
Make that 4.
What? You said you're just gonna check things. Why would you even need that long?
Speed limit? I'm a ranked law enforcement officer, Zach. I'm supposed to set an example.
Okay, Ash.
I so wanna punch you right now.
Of course, Zach never carries it out. In light moments like this, it's just how he is. How we are. Unfortunately, G chooses the next moment to show up. He slams the flat of his palm on the counter and shooting us both a stern look. Though his tone's nothing short of jovial, disapproval's clear in it. He's obviously misunderstanding the situation.
Boys, drummer's nice and all. I used to watch these bloody god-awful afternoon serials with one of my brothers many, many years ago. But listen, I am not having one in my pub, all right? You two want to fight? Go out.
Oh, a fight. Oh, okay. I see. Not what I was hoping for, but alright. A pregnant pause. Without any preamble, Zach and I are both snickering and G's glower melts into confusion. We both show no signs of stopping. He simply shakes his head and turns away. I'd like to think it's better this way. Better that we part on light terms so Zach won't have to see every little insecurity, every little doubt in me right now. He's seen enough. The last thing I want him to glimpse is another display of weakness. Not when he still stares at me with the same unerring confidence in his eyes. When our mirth dies down, before anything can be said further, before I change my mind, I step away from them. Giving Zach's shoulder a quick few pats, mumbling a lame excuse about taking another short nap under my breath, although bearing the stray thought that flashes fleeting in my head. Zach has seen me at my lowest plenty of times. Why does all of it matter now? The sun hangs lower when I stumble back into consciousness and drag myself downstairs. Around this time, the patrons usually start to trickle into the main lounge until it reaches peak around midnight. Today, however, remains thin. But considering what day it isn't too worrisome for that kind of business G runs. He has always complained about the lack of a decent crowd on a weak start, although he doesn't really begrudge his customers for it. No one wants to start the week with a bad case of a hangover, after all, even him. Which makes the concerned look he gives me come off a bit too odd. With the kind of danger we're in, this swiftly puts me on the edge, even before sleep completely fades from my mind.
Something wrong, G?
G hums, but there's an undertone of annoyance in it despite his casual and open movements. Only after he finishes wiping a tumbler and carefully sets it face down on the table does he give me an answer. The way he stares back at me honestly makes me squirm. Feels like I'm being stared down by my primary school teacher for sleeping in class again.
Nothing much. Monday's still a slow day for this place. But you might want to check on your friends, kid. Looks like one of them woke up on the wrong side of the bed while you were out.
We all just pass out at a bar. Another question forms in my head along with a small confused frown. But before a single syllable slips past my mouth, Rebecca's irate voice rings out from some part of the main lounge. From the sound of it, it appears woke up on the wrong side of the bed is a complete understatement.
Alone? You know we can't just go in there.
That's what I'm saying.
But we don't have any other choice, Becca. There's really no other way. We have to go there. If you'll just...
Oh, sorry. My hair's in my face.
Isabella, no.
That doesn't sound too comforting. Once Rebecca assumes that kind of tone in an argument with Isabella, it usually ends with one of them walking out, or both giving the other the silent treatment. It lasts for about a week at most if it's really bad, which really isn't what we need right now. I've hoped the bad blood from this morning will simply blow over after all of us has gotten a decent rest. Yeah, should have expected things won't be the same with them as it is with Zach and I. Turns out sleep isn't just what some of us need. Even G appears to understand it. In spite of his efforts to look as unconcerned as possible, there's a tense set on his shoulders. A nervous edge lingers in his eyes, as it occasionally flickers over where Rebecca and Isabella's voices are coming from. He doesn't want to deal with this, especially at the start of another busy week. Hi, welcome in. Neither do I. Things have worked out well between them before without Zach or I meddling. But the imploring gaze G directs at me leaves me with no other choice. It almost feels like he's guilting me into doing something about it. Yeah, we had a whole big technical issue from last stream, unfortunately. Had to do a hard restart, but it's fine. It's fine. Issues that I normally deal with. I hate that it's working.
You know how I run this pub, kid. No fist fights, no cat fights, only good booze, bad puns, and off-key singing.
So you don't have to apologize for missing a stream.
Go fix it before it blows up in your faces. I'd hate to throw two girls out of this place over a petty argument.
It's probably not as petty if Rebecca's already shouting like that, but I give him a nod nevertheless.
Sorry about this, G.
Wait, I want to see the cat fights. like in Yakuza. Yakuza cat fights. Bet it all! Bet it all! It was like, exactly. Yes! Same Zeus. He hums something under his breath for an answer and waves me off, turning away and returning to his work without another word. Even with the lack of a sizable crowd, he likes to keep busy. We're the same in that regard. Can't remain still, always has to stay moving, doing something, thinking, whatever keeps the brain at work. I leave him to it shortly after. Rebecca's voice rings out once again, followed by Isabella's. A part of me wants to thank him for all the trouble he has taken for people we barely even know. Once this is over, I should probably find some way. In the meantime, I have this immediate problem to fix. Gotta get to this before it turns into a shitstorm both of them will regret. And I know both of them will. For all of Isabella's complaints about Rebecca's bossy attitude, or how annoying Rebecca sometimes finds the other's childlike demeanor, it's a friendship they both cherish in their own way. Rebecca's already on her feet when I spot them in an almost deserted area of the pub. I'm willing to bet my entire life savings that people are staying away only because of the brewing storm. Rebecca can have quite the mood when she's crossed. I can't speak for Isabella. I rarely ever see her seething, but from what I've heard, it can be very unpleasant. The way she's glaring up at the redhead from her seat, regardless of how much the older woman towers over her right now, already says everything. Empty plates have been left neatly piled in one corner of the table they occupy. Conversation that turns sour sometime after a late lunch then. Good thing they're already done and nothing's left to be spilled. Because in the next moment, before I can approach and intervene, Rebecca slams her palm on the table. Sends silverware clinking sharply against the surface. Isabella flinches momentarily. We both do. But she shows no indication of surrendering in the face of Rebecca's temper. Everything escalates from there.
You've already gotten us in enough trouble because of this let a ghost everything.
Becca, chill.
You're blaming me again.
Yeah.
And you can't expect everyone to fix your mess.
Girl, who said that?
You keep on putting the blame on me, but you're the one who didn't listen. All of you.
Becca, Girl, you are being crazy right now.
You just listened in the first place. Maybe this wouldn't have happened. But you're too busy acting like you know what's best for everyone, when in fact you're the one who's being selfish.
I'm the one who's selfish.
I agree.
Yet you're still going to do what you want anyway, even if the people around you are already beside themselves with worry. This is how you've always acted since we met, and I'm tired of it. Sometimes I wish you never even came here, because all you've given us is a headache.
Becca!
You know why I had to come here. My dad.
Your dad has nothing to do with this. It has always been you and your whiny, careless self that has always been the problem.
Becca! Girl, what the hell? What is this? Girl, I get that we're jealous, but that's a little fucking much, especially since her dad fucking died like a day ago. That's crazy. I think it might be 2 days ago by now, but that's crazy, girl. You cannot be acting like this. This is unbelievable. Maybe I should have stepped in earlier. Maybe I should have said something the moment Rebecca slammed the flat of her hand on the table, or the second I've entered the area. Either way, it's too late to act. Harsh words have already been hurled between the two. Words more cutting than any blade, each and every one of it digging a wound too deep in the person they've been aimed at. For a long time, Isabella sits there in silence, while Rebecca stands unmoving, arms crossed and breathing heavy. Despite the lack of words between them, they're both vibrating with anger, refusing to meet the other's eyes. Ever so slowly, the atmosphere in the room turns thick and smothering. Strained air and no one in the immediate vicinity, including me, dares to break, until the ones at the center does so. Rebecca definitely won't. At some point in our friendship, she has grown to become a woman firm with her opinions. She's never going to back down from this. Not when she knows she has a point. What point? Hold on. What do you mean? What point does she have? She's acting like a child. Isabella, on the other hand, there's always been a certain stubbornness in her. As frustrating as it is to see sometimes, it's what has gotten her through life's hardships. What point? Yeah, exactly! Perhaps even the only thing that has. You have nothing else. People tend to cling on to what they have within themselves instead. But she also knows when to withdraw. When a struggle turns useless, kind of awareness almost second nature to her. When enough is enough, Isabella abruptly stands and marches towards the exit. Bella, I would be more than... Okay, well, to be fair, I am also... Okay, hold on. Listen, I would definitely be upset with her too, but also I know that I am the kind of person to be like, you know what? Yep, you're right. Bye. I'm very much to be like, you tell me 2 + 2 is 6, and I'm like, sure, bud, whatever the fuck you say. I'll see you later. But I feel like this would be a different situation because, we're all now ganging up on Isabella. She's worried about her friends because they won't. Yeah, exactly. Well, now they are all listening to her, but even then, Becca's still blaming her for this whole situation when it's not her fault. She bumps into me in her haste, the impact nearly knocking her off her feet. Instinct kicks in the last moment, and I reach out for her, grabbing her arm in a steady grip. Surprise splits across her face, an expression mirrored by Rebecca behind her. Neither of them have noticed me. I also would have thrown hands. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. Here's the thing. From the beginning, we were like, Becca, I'm gonna get you your mans. But Becca, you're being ridiculous. Exactly. Do you want Becca to have her man this bad? I don't. She's being ridiculous right now. I'm sure she doesn't even know that Isabella's dad died. This is crazy. Oh my fucking God. I can't. I just, with every ounce of me, Becca, I want you to have your man so bad. But there's zero part of me that even remotely agrees with anything that you're saying. None of me agrees with this right now. You're acting fucking ridiculous. I was just step in. Yeah, I agree. Oh, this picture with Ashton and Zach is so cute. Look at how cute. Oh. It's probably just gonna boost whatever relationship, but it's probably just a relationship boost, but I can't take Becca's side in this. I just can't. None of what she's saying I agree with. Hold on. Hello? Where's my... Oh, there we are. Okay. Huh. Well, there certainly is something that's gonna happen here. Interesting. Fascinating. Okay. I see what it is. Okay, I'm understanding. That does mean I want to... Okay, hold on. Let me take a look. Reach out for her arm, grabbing her arm in a studying group. Surprise classified in an expression mirrored by Rebecca. Enough is it? Okay. Hi, welcome in. Ugh. I just can't agree with Becca right now.
Okay.
No, but she's so upset. Oh no. But she's really upset. I know. But still, Becca, you're being awful. You're being awful. Rather than answer, once her shock subsides, she merely averts her gaze and hastily wipes the tears off her cheek. She only noticed them in that moment. Then, without another word or even meeting my eyes again, she gently brushes away my hand and runs off, leaving an awkward hush in her wake. Becca soon slumps on the chair Isabella had just left, gingerly reaching up to press the bridge of her nose and breathing out a ragged exhale. Arguments like this had already drained both her patience and energy, usually more than our rowdy students do, despite being no stranger to it. It's no excuse. Yes, exactly! It's no excuse for her to say those things, though, and my disapproval must be clear enough on my face. When she finally glances back at me, her exhaustion immediately shifts back to annoyance, her mouth curving down into a tight frown. I cross my arms in response, waiting, the reaction verging on instinctive in face of her irritation. There's no excuse for her behavior, though, and it feels bad to reward her with her man's... Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I'm just like, Becca... Listen, Becca, I want you to get with Ashton. I want this so bad. I love childhood friends to lovers. Beautiful, perfect. Love this trope so much. You are being awful. Like the worst. And I can't, you're right, I can't reward that kind of behavior. I just can't. You're trying to help you. Regardless of my opinions about this, I don't say anything yet. Not until she's the one willing to talk. But girl, I am on your side in a different way. I want this for you so bad. You're making it so difficult. You're making it so difficult. Oh. Another minute passes while we stare each other down, but eventually she breathes out again and relaxes her rigid posture.
What do you want, Ash?
Oh gee, what do I want, Becca? Why don't you tell me?
If you have something to say, just tell me, or I'm going back upstairs.
Why don't you tell me, Becca?
You really have to say it like that.
Huh?
Well, how do you want me to answer her? Do you want me to just let her go there and do what she wants?
Becca, that's not what we're talking about here. that part of your concern is valid, how you don't want somebody to go off alone. That part is fine. It's the other shit that's ridiculous.
I know you won't be too happy if I did that.
That's a low blow, Rebecca. Even for you.
Yeah.
We all know she wasn't even planning on staying here this long.
Mm-hmm.
There was no need to bring it up if all you wanted to do was stop her.
Exactly.
Did you even see how she's acting? She's not a child anymore. Even my students can do better.
Becca, you're the one throwing a tantrum.
Becca, she'll listen if you'll just ask her properly. I know you mean well and you do have a point, but please be a little
This level
more
of petty is
thoughtful next time.
crazy. I agree.
Go think about it for a while.
By some miracle, the whole discussion ends right there. Rebecca elects to stay silent, or at least it's how it seems when a minute or two passes and she says nothing. Also sound like she's trying to project something? Absolutely. I think in Bella's route, she was kind of talking about how, oh my god, like she's, for one, she's crazy jealous for Isabella for multiple reasons. Not only because Ash likes Bella so much, but also in the fact that like Becca is so insecure and she sees Isabella as somebody who is so self-assured, and it makes her so envious. And we learned that about her character. So she's absolutely projecting right now. A rare occurrence when she almost always has something on her mind. Only an uneasy atmosphere hangs in the air when I finally decide to remove myself from the room. She doesn't stop me. Okay, so Becca is not a girl's girl. She is not a girl's girl. She is not here for the girlies. Which is so sad. Instead, something inexplicable flickers momentarily in her eyes. One that quickly disappears until only a vague notion of it remains a memory. But in that one exchange, I've caught a short, clear glimpse of what has shifted, of what's inevitable. So much has changed throughout the years. We'll never be the same person once we were. And if it's for the better, we've yet to know. A lull has descended in the main lounge once I return. Alright, so let me... Oh, not the journal. Oh, really? I thought we would be more involved. Okay. I guess so. Now we have to see where this part leads us. Yum, yum, yum. G's nowhere to be seen. People continue to trickle out instead of in, and by the time I get back, only 2 tables remain occupied. Soon these people too will be gone. The whole place will be devoid of anyone. Frankly, its current state already lends the place an entirely different vibe. Along with the soothing strum of strings and the steady beat of drums playing overhead, there's a calming sense to this. Far cry from times I've been here before. And perhaps it's for this reason why Isabella has chosen this place to retreat. Oh, cool. She didn't leave. She's just downstairs. She sits quietly in the furnace corner of the room, one of the tables set right beside the windows. She usually keeps the curtain closed around this hour, but a small portion of it has been pulled back, revealing the busy streets outside. The late afternoon light spills right through it, outlining her small form and pulling on the surface of the table where both her arms rest. In her hands, she flips a piece of folded paper, turning it from one side to the other without any purpose. Bella, I feel like you should kind of put this away, just in case somebody else accidentally sees it. You should kind of put it away. Let her. Name drop, title drop. A small frown creases her forehead while she stares at it. Yet there's something oddly tranquil in the picture she has unknowingly painted. Something I can't bring myself to disturb, if only for a few seconds. It's one of those moments again. The rare ones. The ones where she's still too quiet. She's too still, too quiet. Complete opposite of her usual self. But it's these that often leave a mark. Not her cheery disposition or her lively attitude, but these short few seconds of wordless silence, and the softest sigh and the slightest movement sing louder. The smallest minuscule things that tell you about the person and her strength more than any words can express. These carve a vivid memory, no matter how brief it lasts. She glares at me annoyed. Just like that, all of it melts away. Gone is the stillness, replaced quickly by the teasing and friendly jibes. Back again to what we're used to. What's easy, what's familiar. Where every truth we hope to convey regrettably goes unsaid between us.
You're going to destroy an important piece of evidence if you keep doing that, Belle.
She's far from angry. A bit upset, maybe. It wouldn't be. While I do agree with Rebecca, her words still hit below the belt. Yeah, see, exactly. That's my exact same feeling. I understand that Rebecca was, for the most part, worried because she doesn't want anybody going off on their own. That's what I said. I agree with that. But the rest of the shit? Way too much. Regardless, Isabella doesn't seem like she'll start shouting at me. At least compared to every other people I've aggravated, intentional or otherwise. Some light talk may just do the trick and coax her out of this mood.
Come on. If you keep staring at the table like that, you're going to bore a hole on it. I really don't want to OG a new table. He'll pick the most expensive one and leave me begging on the streets.
That's cute. She levels a quick glance at me, her expression dry and impassive, enough to drain every color out of the room. It's as if I told her a terrible joke and she's expecting there will be more of it. Really now. She needs to give me more credit than that. My jokes are funny when I want them to be.
I really don't care. I'd even take pictures and post them online.
Ha!
Go away, Ash. I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds half-hearted at best. What's happening has already sapped every bit of energy in her, and all that's left are the words. Pretty soon, those two will lose their meaning and leave a hollow shell in their wake. It's already unusual to see her like this. Everything has already gone to shit. I'd like at least this one thing to stay normal. So somehow we manage. We continue for the better half of the hour, talking, joking, with her short, feeble responses and banter that never goes anywhere. But it's enough. In the grand scheme of things, amidst the chaos and death shadowing over us, it's these little, inconsequential moments that matter. It's her smile, her laughter, when it finally rings, easy and free of her burdens.
Okay, I have another one.
I don't want to hear it, Ashton. Go away.
No, really, listen. I know someone who talks like an owl.
Oh, Jesus. I know. I know how this goes.
Will you leave me alone if I bite and ask who?
Yeah. A pause. And then she frowns as realization slowly dawns on her. Confusion flashes fleetingly across her face before eventually settling on a grimace.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha. Suddenly, she hugs her arm closer to herself and looks away, perhaps in her best attempt to stay angry. To no avail. In a matter of seconds, her shoulders shake with laughter she's trying to contain.
You're awful and I really hate you. Just leave.
It's contagious, her mirth. Soon I'm joining her in it, briefly forgotten every problem that has piled up and continues to weigh down on us. Laughing without reservation or care, till only a familiar warmth lingers once both of our amusement ebbs away. Somehow with her, these things have always come easy.
Feeling better?
A little. You're still lame.
He is lame.
But you're laughing right now.
Only because your humor is terrible.
Oh,
Right.
this is
Keep
nice.
telling yourself that. I know it's funny.
It's not Ashton, but thank
And
you.
you know what? If you've kept frowning like that, your face might have cracked. That would have been really messy and ugly.
If glares can kill, with the one she sends my way, I'd probably be dead by now. Sending it directed my way, it takes only a few quick seconds for me to realize how she might have also taken my statement. How wrong and rude it might have sounded in our ears, however unintentional it is. Yeah, you inadvertently called her ugly. I've never been good with words, but it's never an acceptable excuse, is it? Suddenly, taking the brunt of her anger seems less complicated than correcting or explaining myself. Nevertheless, I try.
What? God, crap. Damn it, that was so not what I meant.
Oh, Ashy boy. You are so funny.
I was just saying you look better when you're smiling.
Cute. Her glare doesn't even wane. In fact, I think it intensified, like the brewing storm. In the face of it, under the sharpness of her stare and her annoyance, I do what any person with a good sense of preservation does. Keep my mouth shut and shift my attention elsewhere. The crowd outside looks very interesting today. Maybe I should...
Thanks, Ash.
She utters all of it in a voice too small, too quiet. When I turn to her, only those words, her gratitude, resonate through the whole of the room. Not the soft clinking of silverware somewhere, nor the last strains of music fading to silence above us. Instead, it's the meaning behind her gaze as she holds mine that lingers. Steady, unflinching, and open. In the same way she looked at me all those years ago, bright eyes and an expression softening into tender smile. I didn't understand it then. How easy it is for her to wear her heart on her sleeve. She never shies away from expressing herself, even among people she barely knows. How could she go through everything without losing herself? Now it's among hundreds, thousands that hang unspoken between us. Trivial little things with worth still too big to put into words. Either because it's too early, or because there's never really a proper time. For now, though, this'll do. Until the moment itself dwindles. Until reality pulls us back in, reminding us of things we set aside in its favor.
Isabella, about what happened with Rebecca earlier.
She didn't have to say that.
She did it, you're right. A small frown returns to her face. Though it lacks the same anger from before, the bitterness stays.
And you don't have to apologize for her. If she wants to say sorry, she has to do it herself.
I agree. She has a point, though. Isabella freezes. In an instant, the pleasant air around us dissipates. She shifts her attention back to her hands again, both clenched so tightly that her knuckles visibly pale.
I know, Ash. I just thought we'd find something in there.
I think you're right.
That if I go back, we'll get the answers we need.
And we can go together.
I found the letter there, so maybe, right?
Listen, I agree with you, but I just don't want people going alone. And that's originally what Becca was talking about too, that she just didn't want people going alone. And then it escalated, and she's very insecure, you know? It's not that I don't agree with her. Oh, I've been considering the same thing. It's the only lead we have, after all. Becca also has a point I will agree with. Yeah, exactly. No matter how desperate I am, it's not going to be a simple walk in the park. Who knows what we might find in there? If she comes with me, I'll be able to guarantee her safety. She'll be in even greater danger. Hence, alone. Exactly as I have told Zach. Yeah, but that wasn't my decision, okay? If it was my decision, everyone would go together. If there's a need to go back to that accursed place, I'm doing it on my own. Whether or not the rest of them agree... Oh my god, Ash. Jesus fucking Christ. Whether or not the rest of them agree with this plan is inconsequential. Their well-being is my top priority. I'm not just about to drag them in there with me. So if I tell her as much, despite the determination and desperation in her eyes, anything to keep her safe. Y'all, I swear to God. I swear to God. This could all be better if we all just went together, you know? Safety in numbers. It's one ghost and you're 4 people. Come on. 4 people? Yes. Zach, Bella. Yes, 4 people. It is dangerous. Stupid dumb idiot.
Forget it, Belle. You're not going back to that mansion.
Okay, that's fine. we're gonna get back at the same level as Becca. We have a chance. make her not like me just a little bit. Just a little bit.
But Ash, what about...
This isn't up for debate. Do you really think they'll just let you in?
I mean, I don't think they'll let any of us in, but...
Do you really think they'll give a damn if you walk in there carrying that stupid letter of all things?
No, but there has to be something we can tell them. Ash, they were with me during the open house. They have to know. They're in as much trouble as we are. They're living in that place.
Oh yeah, they're fucked. Like for realsies.
That ghost woman came from there. Both her and the letter. Something's in that house, Ash. And whatever it hides might be the only thing that'll get us out of this mess.
Yeah, Marianne's still in the
All right.
basement.
Suppose you do find an answer there. What happens?
Ooh, that was recorded on a different day.
Let's say that by some dumb luck,
Ooh, that was
you got
true.
inside and found something. What if you see her again? What if she goes after you? What are you going to do?
It's not like we have any other choice. Besides, I'm pretty sure you've already thought of the same thing. Admit it.
That doesn't mean I'm going to let you run straight into trouble. What you're planning to do is risky. For you. Give it up, Isabella.
For all of you, Ash, you're not much better. I don't care how many years on the force you got. Unexpectedly, Isabella merely clams up. No resistance. No further argument like I've come to expect from her. Uncharacteristic. Just a silence that stretches far too thin, till the air in the whole room grows awkward and suffocating. A standstill that'll get us nowhere. Although, there's one thing our talk has wonderfully succeeded at. It's making me feel like a total asshole and hypocrite. Exactly. And I am, considering my plans tonight. Exactly, you motherfucker. Sure, I can tell her, but what good would it do? I've already told Zach. One person's enough. Hell, simply letting someone in on the plan makes me iffy. Broadening that circle and revealing too much would just cause another pointless concern. At least Zach knows what you're up to. Someone has to be aware, at least where I'm heading off to in case things don't pan out. Expect the worst, even if only intended to do a quick survey of the place. In my own words, risky. Isabella doesn't need to be burdened with the worry of my entire scheme entails. I like to think that, yes, to some extent she understands. Even if she doesn't entirely agree with me, the dilemma's clear in her head. Otherwise, her scowl wouldn't have a deeper set to it. Her lips wouldn't be as pressed into a thin line, or her hand would no longer be balled into fists. She would have pushed that argument. If she doesn't, now she has no lack of things to say. Maybe it's because she already heard the same thing from Rebecca. Maybe my words have made her come to her senses. Either way, it's best that we simply leave it here for now. I stand up as soon as footsteps shuffle from the next room, its cadence slow and hesitant. Hi, Becca. Are you gonna be nice? Do I have to talk to you like a toddler? Are you going to apologize? Use your big girl words. Surely Rebecca comes into view, clutching her hands firmly in front of her and sporting the same uncertainty in her face. She casts me a cursory look, then shifts a nervous one to Isabella, who studies her with an almost hopeful gleam in her eyes. Their fights never did last long.
Belle, can we talk?
Yeah, you fucking better.
Alone?
Her interruption could have not come sooner, and I'm all the more glad for it. Where's that apology, Pookie? That's what I'm saying. Whatever kind of friendship I share with the two, this remains something for only the two of them, much like my own with Zach. I'm the outsider. They don't need me here. All the reason I need. Muttering an excuse, I beat a hasty exit out of the main lounge and leave them to mend things on their own. I hope they fix it. Say sorry and you can get your man back. Before Isabella can say what she's been mulling over. For the last imploring glance she directs my way forces me to change my mind. It's another lasting image that furtherly etches itself in my memory. One that spurs the conscience, among other things. I just hope I won't regret what I've chosen for myself tonight. Galway Shaw's Monday night crowd, although small and barely occupies a quarter of the whole pub, provides ample enough cover for anyone who wishes to leave the place unnoticed. Just exactly what I need tonight. The lively music and chatter slipping out, mostly unseen, becomes a piece of cake. Without much trouble, soon enough, I find myself standing outside under the chilly Luxembourg night. A gust of wind picks up shortly after I step out, carrying the telltale smell of an impending rain. Oh, great. I give it an hour or two before it starts. Happy Halloween! From the looks of it, tonight will be another downpour, even stronger than the one we had this morning. Wonderful. On instinct, I hedge further into my jacket, hugging its thick material closer to my body while I weave my way through the lines of empty cars in the parking lot. The letter crinkles in my pocket with each step I take. I pay it no mind as I hurry towards my car. Did you take that letter? You did! You fuck. I've nicked it minutes ago from Isabella's belongings on my way out. If this is all connected, I need this damn piece of paper with me. However ridiculous as it sounds, I'm quite sure it won't be missed either. I can't waste time here and wait for her to find out, can I? 4 hours is all I'm giving myself to get this done. 3 if I'm inclined to go by the rules Z-Man said, but when have I ever? Regardless of how generous that is, each second's just as important as the next. So I hurry, one footstep over the other, echoing as I make a beeline for my car. But as with every plan, problems crop up at the last second. It's practically a universal rule. Boy, don't I know it. And it does. In the form of a lone figure waiting for me next to my car. Becca? Were you not just inside? Hold on. Rebecca turns just as I near, the corners of her mouth twitching up in a wry smile. She offers no greeting except for a slight tilt of her head. Even as my pace slows, I look at her with all the unvoiced questions in my eyes. She remains wordless, throwing her head back and shifting her attention up at the starless sky. When I come to stand beside her, another gust of wind blows as she breathes out a sigh, weary, thick with something close to resignation. The breeze carries all of it away. While she hugs her arms close to herself to keep warm, she raises the question why she's out here. The air's already heavy with the promise of rain. With clouds obscuring the view, there's really nothing left to look at but a dark blanket of nothingness. She still stands there as if she's intentionally waiting for everything to fall. That or she's here for some other reason. But before I can voice a single word, express disapproval of any kind, she raises a halting hand at me, sharply cutting off the rest of my question.
I'm not here to stop you. Wherever it is you're planning to go off tonight, I won't be able to anyway. You look like you've already made up your mind.
Go back inside. It's going to rain soon. It'll probably be even heavier than the downpour we had this morning. You wouldn't want to be caught in it.
I will, in a moment. I just want to stay out here a bit for some air, away from the noise inside. Everything's been so chaotic these days. This little break is nice, even if it means standing in the middle of a parking lot, of all places. Getting out of this mess would definitely be better, but hey, you take what you can get, right?
It'll be over soon.
The confidence in my own words surprises even me. How do I know? Why am I so sure? When in truth, what I'm about to do is a last-ditch effort. If this fails, don't find anything, we're back to square one. It's the last lead I have. After this, we have nothing else to go off from. Regardless, it seems to amuse her, and our laughter soon sounds above the murmur of the distant traffic and the light drafts sweeping around us.
How I wish. I'll be content as long as she stops showing up in my mind whenever I close my eyes.
I think that may take some time. The brain doesn't easily forget trauma.
I can try. But, you know, it also did a lot to us.
Tell me about it. The back of my head's still smarting from my fall last night.
Not that kind. I'm talking about us. As people. I hate to admit it, but this whole deal with the ghost, with the curse, it also brought out an ugly side to us. To all of us.
I mean, I would say primarily you, Becca, but all right.
And it made me realize plenty of things. About myself. About us.
Guys, is it happening? Is it happening? Oh my god, I'm nervous. Oh my god. Okay. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. Okay. Rebecca trails off. Suddenly a pensive expression spread across her face. I've seen it countless of times before. Every time I see it on her is usually followed by a memory. A silly story or even something embarrassing upset from childhood. Unlike me, who much rather forget, she remembers each of them so easily. After a short bout of silence when she smiles, I know this is one of those times again.
Do you remember that one time, back in secondary?
Which one? We did a lot of dumb things back then. Well, I did. Good point.
Mandy.
I thought you still don't like her. Don't tell me you've kept in contact with her. Are you guys friends now or something?
Oh no. We do see each other sometimes. On the way to work or when I go out for lunch, but it's nothing like that. We're not friends. Not in this lifetime. I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever get along, but if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even be friends, yeah? You stood up for me that day. And from then on, things have changed.
She makes it sound like I'm some sort of hero. Mandy was in the wrong. Of course I'll defend her. No one's gonna stand up for her. Who else will? Chances are, it would have escalated to who knows. Maybe she would have stopped going to school or transferred. Any decent human with an ounce of sense should know better. I acted because I know what I'm doing was right. It's as simple as that. She smiles as if it's worth more than that. A fondness that goes beyond nostalgia.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is, this time, I don't want this to go unsaid. You know, just in case something happens.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ash. I've always been in love with you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's happening. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. It's happening. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Hold on. Oh, no, it's okay. I see it on my end. You're just excited. It's fine. It just counts that as spam. So be careful if you're key smashing, especially in that long. It just counts as spam. But I agree. It's okay. You can. Yes. It's okay. Yeah, just be careful because doing that too many times, I think YouTube can incidentally ban you. But yeah, it's just considered spam. But you're okay. Oh my god. Whoa. She says it so plainly, holding my gaze in a voice too frank, that her admission stuns me into silence. Like the wind has suddenly been knocked out of me in one fell swoop. No words will form, not even a single coherent thought as the meaning of her words bear down on me. Nevertheless, she continues, desperate to express everything she has kept to herself all these years. This is what the fondness is. Why, for her, it weighs heavier than any feelings of nostalgia can carry.
Since that time in secondary, since I made that promise to never leave, I've always truly loved you.
Afterwards, there is a relief, a weight suddenly being lifted from her shoulders after so long. She closes her eyes and lets out a breath. She looks back to me, though. There's nothing but hope in them. Eyes that are searching for an answer. Facing the sincerity behind her words, I find myself grasping, scrambling for the words. No! No! Why won't you give me the option? No! Becca! Becca, I want you to have your man so bad. Oh no! Go back. Oh no. Because as much as this pains me to admit, I can't give her the same affection she's asking from me. We might have spent so many years alongside each other. How we practically grew up together. Yeah, that should make it better. But that never automatically means I'll ever hold for her feelings that goes beyond the boundaries of friendship. I do appreciate her presence in my life. I'm more than glad she is stuck with me even through the toughest moments. Even when she's finding me difficult or aggravating. However, it's really all there is to it. She's a close, important friend to me. Oh, and nothing more. Oh, fuck. I draw in a breath, ragged, unsure. Uncertain how and which words to put together, so it'll hurt her less. So the wounds they might leave won't be as deep or scar. In the end, I can only utter an apology.
I'm really sorry, Becca.
No, I'm sad, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, so sad. Damn. Let me check this, how we've been doing. Wow. Woo, yippee! All the way over here. Damn, crazy. Crazy. Coming around. Okay. So this must, okay. Interesting. Oh god, we're gonna get to crazy ones. You don't want this one? Well, you're gonna have to play the game yourself, unfortunately. We're gonna continue on. Oh.
I'm glad, I'm happy you feel that way, but I can't. I can't. There's already someone that I'm in love with. Someone else.
I'm sure she knows. It takes all of my willpower to force myself to even look at her. For sure there will be hurt. Maybe she'll even be angry. And I don't hold it against her. I'm sure enough when our eyes meet again, her mouth is already settled in a tight line, so she assumes a rigid pose. There's a sharpness in her gaze, but behind it is pain. Undeniable, searing. Something that she tries to hide by hastily looking away and stepping back.
Becca, I know this.
It's all right, Ashton. You don't have to explain anything.
I'm sure she knows.
Yeah, but you should... I should...
I told you, no need. It's not like I didn't have an idea or anything. When you think about it, it's really quite obvious. The way you've always looked at her said everything. Anyway, let's just end this conversation here, all right? I don't think it would do us both any good. This is going to get really awkward if we keep at it.
Also, how did you get out here so quick?
When all has been said and done, at least I told you, right?
At least you did.
Maybe I can finally let this whole thing go. Who knows? Thanks for hearing me out, though. I won't keep you long. I know you have things to do.
It's hard when you're in love with friends, you know? Because it's this delicate balance of just like what's more important, the feelings that you have on set or this friendship that you've built for so long. It's really hard and delicate balance. Wow. Wow. We'll see where it leads. Cause I have a feeling that even if I go back and sit with Becca, I have a feeling that it still won't result in anything, honestly. I can look it up, honestly, to see if it does. But I have a feeling that even if I take Becca's side, I don't think it will lead to the same premise, because with how much Ashton was talking about Isabella, I don't know. I just feel like it will probably lean to the same place. I feel like there's more I had to do in the beginning. Look it up? I can look it up. Let's see here. I'll look it up. Give me a second. just listen to the lovely music. And I'm gonna do a little search. Ugh. Okay. The letter. Ashton. And Becca. And Rebecca. Route. Oh, there is a kiss. Oh my god, crazy. Ashton and Rebecca route in the letter often gets a lot of criticism. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Here's what it says. The Ashton and Rebecca route in the letter often gets a lot of criticism and hatred. It has jarring flaws which had made it difficult for some, but those who have also played the spin-off, the Dairy, will appreciate this pair despite Ashbella and Lubecca being a lot more Luke and Becca is popular? Gross. Ashbella. Personally prefer Ashton and Rebecca with other characters, but I do admit I like the route quite a bit. Blah 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 blah. There's feeling blah 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 blah. Actually, but we're gonna be harder than some of the other romance options. Okay, Isabella's chapter. Rebecca's relationship with Ashton. Isabella chose to stay in the movie. Rebecca's relation to Ashton decreased as well as she decides to go home. Just Rebecca will increase. Don't change. Ashton to the bar, so we'll go straight to Rebecca's chapter. Rebecca's got Ashton all to herself. So at the cinema, Rebecca should ask Ashton, "What about you?" Question that comes up will depend on Isabella's fate. If Isabella is alive, tell Ashton you're so. If Isabella is dead, Isabella is dead, blah blah blah. Decline Luke and Kylie's invitation for dinner. I did that because fuck that guy. Ashton, tomorrow afternoon, do you have time? I think I did that. If Isabella is still alive, pick the choice, Belle. You shouldn't be doing these things. This will lower Bella and Becca's relationship bar by 1 point. That's so interesting to get on. So, okay. So to get onto Ashton and Becca's route, you have to actively try to sabotage Becca and Isabella's relationship. That's nuts. Isabella is in a coma. Oh my god. Whoa, she can just be in a coma and not like dead? That's crazy. She'll get through this. Yada yada. After a housewarming party, Becca isn't Carrie, explain your reasons. I don't remember if I did that, but I think I did. Complete the QTE. Going upstairs, see your death scene. Yep. That was crazy. Ashton's chapter at the beginning insists it's confidential. Asks if she's alright. Be rash. During Rebecca and Isabella's fight, side with Rebecca, then offer her a vague answer. This is all done. The kissing would trick her. Ash's final choice is it either... Okay. Interesting. I'm still not entirely sure I have enough points with... Well, I have to have enough points with Becca at this point. Okay, so if I side with Becca, we do get a CG. And that part is important to me. I do want a CG. Will it actually end up on their route, though? You know what? All right. Hold on. Because it results in a CG.
Promise me you won't do anything dumb, all right?
She doesn't wait for answer. And she returns. Okay. I do want that CG really bad. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to do a little save. Go ahead and... Oh, I'm running out of save slots. All right. Even though I think she's being awful, maybe she'll go back and talk to Isabella. All right. It was this one, wasn't it? if it results in a CG.
Okay.
Yeah, oh god damn, that put her bar so low. Holy shit. Wee! That went up.
Let go, Ashton.
Rebecca has a point, though.
I know, Ash. I just thought we'd find something in there. That if I go back, we'll get the answers we need. I found the letter there, so maybe, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's my thought is that okay. So he is agreeing with Bella that it's just like with Becca that it's just like he doesn't want her going alone either. So that's where the agreeing comes from, which makes me feel a little bit better about choosing this option. I still think Becca's doing way too fucking much. We did so yes, we did this. We did this. Yep. Yep. We did this. Back them in there with me. So, anything?
Forget it,
Yep.
Belle. You're not going back to that mansion.
Yep.
But Ash, what about...
This isn't up for debate. Do you really think they'll just let you? Do you really think they'll give a damn if you walk in there?
Yeah.
No,
We
but
did all
there has
this.
to be something we can tell them.
We did this.
Look, I really can't let you do that, Belle.
Okay.
Ash, the people living in that place, they
Okay,
have
we
to
know this. We know this.
They're...
I know, but it's risky.
Yep.
Don't know
Yep.
what you might find in there.
Yep.
Or what if you see her again? What if she goes after you? What are you going to do? For all we know, it might be a dead end. It's not worth it to put yourself in harm's way like
Okay,
that.
it makes me okay. Hold on. It makes me feel a little bit better that she's talking to her like this and actually voicing out his concerns, which these are all valid concerns. Uncharacteristics. She versus the gaze. Yep, we saw this. Saw this. Okay. Rebecca soon slumps on the chair Isabella had just left, gingerly reaching up to press the bridge of her nose. Oh wait, no, we did this. Yeah, drain more. Quiet into the room, seat next to her. Oh. Shortly, she leans her shoulder to mine, like she used to do all those years ago. Back when all that mattered were grades and what kind of trouble we'll get into the next weekend. No curse, no letter, no ghosts. Just us and whatever our imagination will take us.
How are you holding up?
Barely, but I'll be fine. It's probably just this curse thing getting to me.
That bad, huh?
Excuse me, you're stuck in this nightmare too. And then there's Isabella just being frustrating.
You're doing too much, Becca, but okay.
You don't mean that.
Oh, I do. She needs to grow up. She's not the only one stuck in this.
Becca.
But you really didn't have to say it like that, you know.
Exactly. It's no excuse for her to say those things, though. My disapproval must be clear enough on my face. When she glances back at me, her exhaustion immediately shifts back to annoyance, her mouth curving down into a tight frown.
How am I supposed to answer her then? Do I just let her go there and do what she wants? I know you won't be too happy if I did that.
Yeah, I won't. This isn't about what I think, though. That's a low blow, Rebecca.
Yeah. Good. Okay, this makes me feel better that he's not like fully supporting her and he's being like, girl, calm the fuck down.
We all know she wasn't even planning on staying here this long. There was no need to bring it up if all you wanted to do was stop her.
Even my students can do better than her.
Becca, she'll listen if you'll just ask her You mean well.
Okay, we did
you
this.
Always do. And you do have a point. I agree with you. But maybe you should also be a little more careful with your words next time.
Yes. Okay, this makes me feel better that he's just not blindly going along with what she says. Okay. This makes me feel better. I'm willing to stay with this because yeah. This makes me feel a lot better. He's like, okay, we're good. We're good. A minute passes. Her mouth opens briefly and I assume she's about to argue the issue further. Maybe take her anger out on me, like she often does and so in the past when fuming. But eventually she simply nods, breathes out and relaxes her rigid posture. Rare occurrence when she almost always has something on her mind. Seeing it, a smile spreads across my face, knowing and perhaps a little pleased. It's one thing I know of change. Watching it play out in front of me is an entirely different matter. And one that exchange, I've caught a short, clear glimpse of what has shifted, of what's inevitable. So much has changed throughout the years. We'll never be the same person we once were. And perhaps it's for the better. Rebecca notices soon enough, like she always did. Whenever she sees in my face startles her, causing her to jerk away.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Nothing. Don't mind me.
I know that look, Ashton Frey. That's definitely not a nothing. You wouldn't be wearing that expression if you didn't have something on your mind.
Really? It's nothing. It's just that when we were kids, you weren't really the kind of person who spoke her mind. Someone else always had to stand up for you. You've changed a lot, Becca.
What did you expect? It's been, what, 17, 18 years?
What I'm trying to say is, I think I like this version of you more.
A beast.
Except when you're mad, and you're yelling, and you're glaring daggers at everyone. You're pretty scary, you know.
Well, don't say that so casually. Also, if you're just going to complain, we might as well just end this talk right now.
See what I mean? Even Z-Man's scared of you. I'd bet my entire salary on it.
Yeah, but Zach's such a gentle soul, you know? She swats at my arm, a gesture light and familiar. Causes both of us to burst into peals of laughter after. Yeah, okay. When was the last time we shared something like this? I can't even remember. It's nice, though, to have another conversation like this. To sit side by side, simply enjoying each other's company. I'm not very fond of looking back to the past. Most of it means having to remember unpleasant things for me. But sometimes, foiled around the bad, there are good ones. And Rebecca's there for most of it. Things may have changed, but our friendship is the one thing I will hold dear. We may meet new people throughout our lives. That doesn't mean I will care for her any less. Which makes this whole business with the letter even more urgent. Well, Rebecca's right. Isabella's reasoning also makes sense. Okay, cool. I'm glad we all agree. Hell, I've been considering the same thing. It's the only lead we had after all. With what's at stake, I can't let this curse win. Such a thing even makes sense when dealing with the supernatural. It's not by any means. I need to go back to that accursed place. Alone. Because you know what we might find in there. Whether or not the rest of them agree with this plan is inconsequential. Okay, we did this. Apprehension. Yep.
You have a plan in mind,
Okay.
don't you?
Simple yes or no question. I can easily lie, yet her tone completely belies everything her words mean. I may as well tell her everything. When all is said and done, she's still one of the few people I trust. However, every vein in my body knows she'll be the first one to disagree. Put her foot down and stop me. If she does, who else will be left to fix this? Zach? Isabella? Her? I do understand her concerns, but there are times when they are misplaced. This complication isn't what I need at the moment. What am I supposed to say? What is she expecting to hear from me? What answer will satisfy her? She certainly appears like she's hoping for more than a yes or no, or an answer I can't give at the moment. Oh shit. What else then? Okay, it said to offer her a vague answer, so we will. As I run out of saves. Offer a vague answer.
Need to head off somewhere tonight.
How we do it? Ooh, baby! Ooh, baby! We're up there! A vague answer. It's all I can offer, and hopefully this will be enough. Not an outright lie, but that, though, doesn't make me feel any less awful about this. It's worse when you know she's only asking because she's worried. Part of me wants to tell her, admit that Isabella's suggestion is exactly what I'm planning tonight. What good will it do, though? I've already told Zach, one person is enough. Yeah, we did this. Where would I have to in case things don't pan out? Whiskey. Rebecca does need to know danger. Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask questions this time?
You're asking one right now, aren't you?
Heh.
It's a serious question, Ashton. Yes or no?
You can, but I can't promise I'll answer them.
That's a nice way of saying no.
Damn.
You might as well just tell me to shut up.
You know I don't mean it like that.
Is there something I can do at least?
For an instant, I hesitate, pausing, fumbling for an answer. It's more difficult with her because all this time, Still looks to me as if I'm the same kid from years ago, who she depended on when she has yet to find herself, who she turned to for answers despite my lack of them. Makes me all the more afraid to fuck up this time. And in case I do, she's the last person I want to be with me. Getting her into trouble, getting her killed is not how I want to repay the friendship she has so generously offered after all these years. My friends are not supposed to be the ones taking the repercussions of my mistakes. Those are of my own doing, my own responsibility. A fear, a heavy weight on my shoulders that shouldn't be dragged into carrying. However, there's one thing I can trust her with.
Stay safe.
Uh.
Keep the others safe. Watch over them while I'm out there. Make sure no one does anything stupid. You're good with that kind of stuff.
I'm a high school teacher, Ash. Not anyone's babysitter.
Yeah, same thing. A grimace on her face, but I know she'll do it, even without asking for it. She cares more than anyone, more than what her fiery temper expresses. And it eases something in me, knowing the others will have someone like her. Her here. Sure enough, after a stretch of silence, she eventually nods. She does not entirely agree with this. It's in the distant look on her face, but she's willing to trust me on this. For now, that's enough. Either way, it's best that we simply leave things here for now. It's already an understanding, albeit something we both don't agree with. No need to push it further. With a light, reassuring squeeze on her shoulder, I stand up as soon as footsteps shuffle from the next room. It's cadence slow and hesitant. Okay, cool. Yep. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Fights never last long. Yep.
Okay, can we talk?
Yep. Sinner, whatever. Yep. I'm an outsider. Okay. What is it? Yep. Okay. Okay. Exactly what I need. Yep, slipping out. Standard at night. Okay. Another downpour. It's cold. Grabs the ladder. Making a beeline. And yep. There she is. Yep. Okay, she's not haunted. Everything's fine.
I'm not here to stop you. Wherever it is you're planning to go off tonight, I won't be able to anyway.
Go back inside. It's going to rain. It'll probably be even heavier than the downpour we had this morning.
I will, in a moment. I just want to stay out here a bit for everything's been so chaotic these days.
Yep,
Getting
we
out
got
of
this.
Mess would definitely be better, but
Yep.
It'll be over.
Yep. Okay. How do I know? Back to square one. Regardless.
how I wish. I'll be content as long
I think that may take some time.
Yep.
But, you know,
Tell me
Yep.
about it.
not that kind. I hate
those
to
people.
admit it, but and it made about myself, about us.
Trails off. Yep. Unlike me.
Do you remember
Which one?
Yep,
You
we did a lot
well,
of dumb
I do,
things.
but
Mandy?
I
Yep.
thought you still don't.
Oh no, we do see each other. We're not
Okay.
friends. I don't think we'll ever get along.
Okay.
If it wasn't for you stood up for me that day.
Okay. So our hero. A decent human being. As simple as that. Goes beyond
guess-
nostalgia.
You know,
I don't want it
just
unsaid.
I've always been in love with you.
We got that. So plainly. No words form. This is what fondness is.
Since that time in secondary. Since I made that promise, I've always truly.
Where there's a relief. Just look back to me, searching for an answer. Find myself scrambling for words. Oh, this is different. I think. Hold on. Oh, itchy. Oh. Okay. Flattering as this is, affection like me. Even if we spent so many years alongside each other. We practically grew up together and not once did it cross my mind. Oh jeez, is this different? I think it is. I do appreciate her presence in my life. More than glad she has stuck with me even through the toughest moments. Even during the times when she finds me difficult or aggravating. But to think there's more to it. Oh! Rebecca's a beautiful woman, alright. Anyone with working eye can see that. Anyone will appreciate becoming the object of her affections. However, more than that, she's also a close, important friend to me.
Rebecca, I'm...
Oh no. Oh god. I draw in a breath, ragged, unsure. Oh no. Okay. Uncertain how and which words to put together. Afraid they will hurt or ruin this, whatever this friendship has become all of a sudden. But before I can even string two phrases together, she closes the distance between us, grabs a fistful of my shirt and pulls me down. CG! Wow! Fuck off with ghosts! This is way more crucial. Who needs a fucking ghosts? The next thing I know, her mouth is on mine. Warm yet unyielding. Just like the person who owns them, who presses herself against me, almost desperate, longing for that love she has held onto for so long. Even in a gesture as intimate as this, Rebecca's character shows, unintentional or otherwise, fierce, bold, demanding, a storm of her own. And soon, I find myself being drawn into it, into her. Oh my god. Whoa. Well overdue confession. Look at this. Yippee! Yippee! Look at how nice. Oh my god. Yippee! Woo! Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, hold on. There we go. This is fucking nuts bonkers. Yippee, CG. Get your mans back on. Whoa. Get your fucking mans. Oh. There's nothing gentle about her kiss. Far from it. It's urgent. It's frantic. Brimming with every pent-up emotion she has had. Years and years of it. Maybe in another time it will be when death's not looming over us. For the moment, right below a wholly different storm brewing, we both cling to it. Because perhaps it's the only thing tethering us both from losing to this madness. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, I love this. Love wins. Even though, Becca, you're a little frustrating sometimes, but I want you to have your mans! Becca, get your mans! This is great. This is better. They're kissing! We did it, everyone. Game over. We did it. I can turn off the game. We did it. This is all we needed. Perhaps because it's the only thing. Oh wait, I did this. Sorry. Yippee. The smile on her face when we part later. Kinder than every single one I've seen from her so far. It's nice to see it on her. It suits her more than the glare or her frowns. But at the same time, it only serves to baffle me. When I move to open my mouth, to say anything even though I've yet to find the right words, she lifts a hand to my mouth and silences me.
You don't have to answer me.
That was recorded at a different time.
Yeah, but you should... I should...
Oh my god.
No, I mean, not right now.
Okay, now I'm really confused. One moment you're saying you've been in love with me since secondary, now you're telling me to shut up?
Yeah. Well, listen, Ash, you don't have to answer because that's all she needed.
If you want to interpret it like that, all right.
No, really. Some explanation would be nice, Becca. Because a lot of things are going on right now, and I'm afraid I can't catch up. Especially with this curveball you just threw.
It means what it means, Ashton. It's not that I don't want to hear it, but you said it yourself. A lot of things are going on right now. Our lives are still in danger. There's still the curse. There's still the ghost. I've waited this long to tell you. I could wait a little more.
Yeah, like what? Like 16 years?
We'll talk once this is over.
Jesus.
Once everything's back to normal again and we don't have to worry about other things.
I'm sorry, Becca.
Not even sure what I'm apologizing for. We're stuck in this nightmare? Or because I'm somehow holding myself responsible for having no idea how she felt until she said it to my face. Ashton, you're just stupid. Regardless, she continues to smile through all of it.
It's not your fault. Don't say that. I'm the one who should apologize. Since I suddenly sprung this up on you when you have other things to do.
Well, he might die, so this is fine.
I just thought I should let you know.
This is valid.
Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. I won't keep you long. I know you have things to do. Just promise me you'll be careful, all right?
She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she gives me a push, with a force only heavy enough to throw me off balance. Caught unawares by the gesture for a few moments, I fight to purchase against my car's trunk, bracing my hand on its smooth surface. When I look up with a string of reprimands ready at the tip of my tongue, Becca's already halfway through the parking lot. There's a small skip to her steps. While the breeze carries the light tune she's whistling. On a whim, I let its notes be the last thing I commit to memory before slipping inside my car and driving off. Sounds like a new beginning more than anything. Another reason to be optimistic. Yippee! Yippee! We did it, everyone. Becca, you got your mans! Look at how nice! Yippee! Yippee! This is so important to me. I needed to see this. Me too, honestly. Yippee! Okay, now kiss Zach next. We're full up on him. Kiss Zach next. Becca will understand. Where are we at? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Whoa, skip all of that. Still on a common route. Okay. Okay, here we are. Hurry update, blah, blah, blah. So I think we went up. Yes, we went up through here last time. And then that would have carried us up here. Okay, okay, okay. Da-da-da. Yep, okay, okay, okay. Cool. Brings us all the way across here. Brings us over here. Oh, Jesus fuck. Well, we're getting there. Ash, why is your route so fucking long? Within 10 minutes, I'm driving out of Luxburn and heading straight for Ansem Village. In the distance, flashes of lightning light up the horizon, white and sharp against the black curtain of the night. Thunder threatens with a rumble, seconds later, echoing long across the sky. With one last roar, the skies open in earnest. Oh yeah, we raining. November 1st. This is the last day in the journal. Oh, Jesus. The rain that follows. This is only 12%. Yeah, because they're including, like, every single thing within the route. So, I understand. But I am any percenting this bitch. I will never 100% this game. Rain falls in fast, steady sheets, creating a shallow puddles on the dirt path, drenching everything the eyes can reach. We still have fucking Luke's route. Despite having grown up in this city, I still despise the rain. Living here doesn't mean I have to like it. Lucky me, I've reached the mansion before the downpours turned torrential. The long slog from Ansem Village by foot has already been made difficult by the light drizzle, and biting winds buffeting against my body every few seconds. By the time I've found cover under the trees lining the vicinity of the mansion, my shoulders are already drenched. My hair is also sticking against my skin and out in every possible direction. Yeah, Marianne's in the fucking basement. That's still a thing that I remember. Thankfully, the letter, taser, and gun I've brought with me has remained relatively dry. That's the most important thing. However, those are the least of my problems at the moment. Sometime after the housewarming party, scumbag, right, has suddenly grown a brain and tightened the security around the mansion. Guard is now stationed in every possible point of entry. Main entryway, the back door leading to the kitchens. Well, it's almost a miracle no one has spotted me once I entered the property. Although it's probably because I kept close to the forest. Well, I can always create a clever way in for myself. Under this deluge, it would be difficult to do so without making much noise or leaving tracks.
I don't really have the luxury either, do I?
Considering how off this place feels since I've stepped in the property and the mansion came into view. Every light's off. Even with security personnel on patrol outside, the house itself feels empty, eerie, too quiet. Normally I'd pass it off as some kind of power outage because of the storm. It's not a far off conclusion when this place is almost in the middle of nowhere. However, something just feels wrong.
Something happened here.
Oh yeah. Or about to. It's the sole reason why I haven't done anything yet. Simply observing, watching, listening for anything. Might be pressed for time, but I'm not a careless idiot. Although I need a way in, desperately so, moving without thinking will only endanger me. So many unknown variables in what we're dealing with. I also have to act on the assumption that someone is always in danger, especially in this place. I can't act impetuously. As much as I hate Wright, I'm not about to cause his death because of one thoughtless action. I mean, I wouldn't mind, Ash. Listen. If there's a place he deserves to be at, it's in a prison, not a morgue. Well... Nah, both. I think both are valid. Oh, Jesus. Wonderful. Phenomenal. So when a hoarse, painful sob suddenly rings out above the loud pitter-patter of rain, only then do I stir. A woman. This is what Zach heard too. Perhaps a servant? Or worse, Hannah Wright. It's coming from the forest? She's right up ahead, in fact. Not too far from the house. Regardless, I give the place a quick, wary glance before following the noise. Oh, fucking hell, Ashton. Carefully keeping to the shadows, one cautious step after another. Not the fucking forest. Louder and louder it goes as I near. Oh, great. Until it abruptly turns into a loud, desperate, anguished cry. I break into a run. One nervous hand ready on the gun holstered at my hip, and the other race for balance as I scurry across the dense understory. Dead leaves crunch under my shoes, but I pay it no mind. There's only the voice, the woman, and nothing. Abruptly it all stops, and I'm met with a sudden hush. Blank. Empty. Almost deafening in its stillness, even with my labored breathing and pounding heartbeats against my ears. Behind me, another branch breaks in.
Help me.
Fantastic. Dread surges within me while I spun around and take a hard step back, ignoring the chilly pinpricks crawling at the back of my neck. But before I can even meet her eyes, the world unexpectedly pitches sideways, tilting. And tilting till the ground beneath me finally crumbles. My hands fight for purchase, only to meet air. Then it's too late. My foot slips further and the rest of my body follows. Great. Lovely. Dark spots blur the edges of my vision. Black tendrils twist and coil around my limbs. Soft footfalls echo from the far distance, scurrying, scampering, moving in an odd rhythm with the sharp, piercing notes of her laughter. But more than that are the voices, lacing venom inside every crevice in my head. Murmurs that jeer, scoff, and deride. Over. It's because you didn't listen. And over. It's all your fault. And over again. Why won't you believe me? A reminder of what I failed to do and who I failed. What I'm trying to desperately fix. The scream threatens to burst. My throat closes off. Ever so slowly, a chill creeps into every nerve in my body, washing away every sensation in me apart from one. There's only fear. Once again, her laughter echoes, a sound both bitter and unforgiving. It's the last thing I hear before she reaches for me. The ground trembles. The world slows to a stop. And we're in the fucking dungeon! Half darkness greets me when my eyes finally snap open. A soft patter of dripping water somewhere spurring my consciousness further. For a few short moments I remain still, blinking away the dizziness, allowing my vision to adjust to the lack of light and my breathing to even out first, or pushing myself up on one arm and attempting to stand. Turning alone is a struggle on its own. An inch of movement sends a stab of sharp pain right up my arms and my back, giving me another pause.
Shit. I hope I didn't break anything. Fuck.
Doesn't seem to be any injury or a major fracture, although the whole of my back does feel sore and raw. Probably from where I skidded down prior to landing myself here. A comforting thought. The second attempt comes easier later, though no less painful. By the time I'm back on my feet, the exertion has left me gasping in short, shallow breaths, leaning heavily on the wall nearest to me. Behind me, a life track blows in from where I've fallen in, coming in short, sharp bursts into what's apparently an underground tunnel, and brings in the fresh, earthy smell of rain from the topside. Regardless, it fails to mask the old and musty scent of the place, a mixture of mold, mildew, dust, grease, and something distinctly foul, like death. More worrisome than the putrid, festering smell, however, are the cells that line both sides of the tunnel. Under the dim light, I can barely make out what's inside some of them, but I already have a few ideas, all of which I refuse to delve into at the moment. Knowing how long this mansion has stood. Somehow, no matter how uninspected finding the existence of this place is, it isn't too surprising.
I wonder if Scumbag knows about this.
I probably don't. Maybe they do. Actually, it's been a bit. Probably not. Unless he's also the kind of person who takes joy in inflicting this kind of suffering on others. Nah, I really don't think so. It's rotten to the core, but not that rotten. I'll probably balk at this, move out at the first opportunity, and have it demolished. The very idea of what's occurred in this place years ago makes me reel as well. I've known long ago places like this tend to hold secrets. As though this is just the tip of the iceberg. I fear what I may discover in the mansion itself, and the tale behind that fucking letter. But fear is inconsequential. As unpleasant as the sight of this is, this place might also be the only way for me to get inside unnoticed. Sighing and taking one last gulp of clean air, I push away from the wall and delve deeper into the passage. Maybe you could see Marianne.
Let's just hope it'll be smooth sailing from here on.
She's down there. Turns out that alone is too much to ask for this early. Yep, there she is. Now 20 paces into it, another sound abruptly rises above my footfalls, rebounding off the hollow walls and echoing inaudibly across the whole span of the tunnel, before fading away just as swiftly as it rang. I pause, nevertheless straining my ears for more of it, while I gradually move my hand to my side, slow and steady until the tips of my fingers brush off the gun's handle. Although cold against my skin, it's the closest thing I have to comfort at the moment. For a long minute I wait, holding my breath, watching every form, edge, and shadow that corners the vision, at the corners of my vision for any movement. After a heartbeat and nothing, I allowed attention to ease out of me in the form of a long, slow exhale that reverberates around the whole passage.
Who's there?
Hi, Marianne. Perhaps it's because what happened earlier or how I ended up here. Or maybe it's because of my training. In spite of the panic and fear in that voice, I don't immediately answer. Instead, I pull my gun free from its holster and wordlessly draws closer to where the voice rings out once again. Afraid. Frantic. Weak?
I'm asking you a question. Who's there?
I'm coming, girlie. I'm coming to help you. It's only after I've released the safety do I answer, while continuing my approach in careful, steady pace.
I think I should be the one asking you that. Who are you? Show yourself.
I can't. I'm stuck in here.
I got you, girlie. Well, a ghost definitely will definitely not be saying that. Or have a conversation like this. Or be stuck anywhere. As if to prove her point, she extends a hand from one of the cells ahead and waves. And she pulls back, grips the iron bars and rattles it lightly.
I can't get out! Can you help?
I'm coming, girlie, I'm coming. In 5 quick steps, I'm standing in front of the cell, and sure enough, a woman's inside. Slumped on the floor, holding the bars with shaking hands, clinging to it as if it's the only thing keeping her upright. It's not just any woman.
You? McLaughlin?
McLaughlin. Come on, Ashton. Same one I met at G's 5 days ago. Smashed drunk and babbling her frustrations about her employers.
Holmes?
No, not McLaughlin. McCullough. Marianne McCullough. Famous interior designer extraordinaire. Not so extraordinary now with how exhausted and feeble she looks. Trapped in a jail cell of all things. Her breathing shallow, and there's paleness to her complexion. Sunken eyes, cracked lips, dry skin. All signs pointing to starvation and dehydration.
What? How long have you been stuck in here?
Maybe a day now?
3 days?
3? Oh,
4?
fuck, never mind.
I don't know. I
Girl,
have no idea anymore.
we got to help. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm checking my shit. Whoop. Okay.
I just fell in and that woman... Whatever. Can you get me out of here? Please.
Yeah, girl, I'm
In
coming.
a moment. But here, go feed yourself first before you fall over.
Do you have food? Oh, right, he has those bars. I fish out an energy bar from my pocket and hand it to her. She's lucky I always have one on my person. For sudden emergencies or extended stakeouts, a little sugar to keep me going. Like any starving person, she wastes no time making a grab for it, unwrapping it straight away and taking in whole mouthfuls of it. You should give her a couple, man. I didn't realize it's been 4 days? Really? Holy shit. Relief washes over her face on the first bite alone, although she's going to need more than that if what she said is true. But for a moment, it's enough to keep her alive. Good thing she seems to have sensed to prioritize survival over comfort. The puddle on the corner of the cell indicates anything. It's either 3 or 4, yeah. Without water, the human body can only survive 3 days. No food, and I'll give it an average of 3 weeks. Though even then, it won't be a pretty experience. That's true. Yeah, like it's just a couple days without water, but a few weeks without food. Because your body stores a lot for like nutrients and stuff like that, but it doesn't store. It can't keep water on hand. Yeah. Granted, some have survived longer than that. She's still fortunate I found her when I did. Now to get her out. My bobby pins won't be of any use here. Like I need it. Unlike the ones we have at the precinct, a simple barrel hinge holds the gates to this cell together. Even without any special tools, I'll be able to lift the door and free her. However, with how heavy it seems, I'll need a lever of some sort to help.
What are you looking for?
Some wood, a 2x4, I guess.
You're gonna pry the bars?
Plank or a pipe? Anything I can use as a lever. Wait here.
The hallway yields nothing but dust, dirt, and a few rusted chains scattered about. Well, I may find something in one of the open cells. I'm reluctant to check or even step in. That's so valid, bud. Yep, we can't have another person trapped in here. However, McCullough ended up inside.
Well, there's no...
My head snaps back to her. Ah. McCullough extricates a wooden board from under the mess of hay and twine near her. Without prompting, she slips it through what little space there is between the bars. It's short, but appears thick and sturdy enough for my intended purpose upon closer inspection.
Good enough.
I hope. I get to work at once, anchoring the other end of the plank at the base of the door, and applying ample force on the other end. It takes a bit of effort. No kidding about the heavy part. Still, a grunt, a gasp, a creak. In a matter of minutes, a little help from her on the other side. The door eventually lifts off its hinges. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're just taking the whole door down. Falls on the ground with a loud, ugly, metallic thud. But the sound of it puts elation on McCullough's face. She doesn't even ask for help. As soon as she can, she hastily crawls out of the prison she has accidentally found herself in. More than happy to get out, despite lacking the strength to stand firmly on her feet.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I got you, girl.
After the second day, I was so sure I was going to die in there.
I got you, girly.
If you didn't show up, today, I don't even want to think about it.
How did you even end up here?
Well, a lot happened. For a second, she appears to have... Oh, right. You were doing a little too much snooping, but that's okay. For a second, she appeared hesitant, looking away and fumbling awkwardly with her fingers.
I was looking for something.
Uh-huh.
Someone.
Yep. She ain't here, girlie. You're not gonna find her. A contemplative expression flickers in her eyes. Something that's close to wistful. Like when a person remembers a memory she's fond of. It doesn't last too long, but it still leaves me the impression that I've suddenly walked into something private. Something deeply personal for her. I'd rather not ask.
So this whole tunnel, at the end of it, it leads right inside the mansion?
The wine cellar.
Yes. Right into the kitchen, then.
There's a door of some sorts. I don't know. I think I pulled or pressed something somewhere. I was in a hurry. And I'm not sure if it'll open from this side. Hell, this place wasn't even in the floor plans.
What do you mean?
Does that really matter now? We have to get out of here. People died in this place. Kids. Oh God. Kids.
Do you still have the video? The
I could have shown
recorder?
you, but that thing won't turn back on anymore.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
It's like it only waited for me to see it before shutting down or something. How long has that thing even been in there? But those poor kids. All because of that thing.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about right now?
The bloody letter! Ever since I've read that thing, since that day at the open house, she won't leave me. But it should be fine now, right? I broke it. I broke all of it. She shouldn't be able to do anything now.
Mikala, one at a time.
It's all that fucking paper's fault! Oh God. Oh God. Dear Lord in St. Adelaide, bless those poor souls. We're not safe here. We need to leave. If we stay here any longer...
Mikalo!
Abruptly, she stops. Looks back at me with wild, panic-stricken eyes. I've seen enough of it so many times these past few days. From my own friends, even. Now she has seen things. The kind that'll easily make any person go mad. And perhaps slowly we are. Yeah, I mean, she was locked in there for a few fucking days. I don't blame her for being really upset. The longer this takes, the faster our descent into it becomes. Can't even tell which one's worse, death or this. Seems like no matter what we end up with, there'll be something horrible waiting for us. I need to hurry.
Listen, I need to get inside this place, and you're more familiar with its layout. If you can help me...
What? No!
I get it.
Why would I go back?
Yeah.
Are you sure you haven't gotten raving mad yet? An exit's right here.
And this business with the letter has to end at some point. Look, I know you're not very fond of Luke Wright.
Damn right I'm not. He can just go.
But are you really sure you want to leave him like this?
Yes.
And what about his wife?
Whatever. Oh, because, yeah, his wife looks like, yeah. That strikes a chord. She falters, grows quiet as the tension lifts from her and her shoulders slump. I do understand her issues with this. In fact, she doesn't have to go with me. And tell me enough info so I can figure it out on my own. She can always leave afterwards. Be done with this whole damn mansion and letter. The other end of this tunnel leads right into the forest. I'll provide ample cover for her to be able to slip out of the property unnoticed. All the same, she steels herself and squares her shoulders.
Just until the kitchens.
That's more than enough.
She nods, albeit weakly. Without another word, she gestures for me to follow, leading me further into the passage. Occasionally she'll stop, find purchase in the wall to catch her breath, but throughout the short walk, she asks for neither a break nor assistance. I suppose that's something we have in common. Eventually we get to a dead end. Although, before I can question her on it, she begins palming for something on the wall, tracing her fingers along weathered edges of bricks with a frown on her face.
It should be somewhere here, I think.
What the hell are you doing?
She merely holds up a hand, begging for my silence and continues searching. Without warning, a few minutes later, something clicks. A portion of the wall shifts ajar and reveals a glimpse of another room. Bottles lining the walls, liquor barrels for aging. The wine cellar indeed.
The ladder to the kitchen is on the far end of this room.
Surreal. This is all nothing but surreal nightmare. But after everything, should this even surprise me? Ghosts, curses, hidden passages. I can't even bring myself to question the existence of this door anymore. I simply follow her to the undercroft without a single question, in spite of a number of them already swimming inside my head. As a kid, I used to crave for this kind of adventure. The stuff of mystery and detective novels, daring chases, interesting cases to solve, suspects to put behind bars, justice to serve. I was blinded, I admit. I simply want this to be over. Whoa, back in the fucking cellar. Where's the mirror, huh? It should be smashed. Hey girl, you're alive. Congratulations. You did it. Okay, where are we? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. It goes by fast. I promise. Where are we at? Okay. Not as far as I thought. Okay, this will probably chug through pretty quick. Leave the door open in case there's a need for a quick exit, especially after she mentions it's only by chance that she's been able to open the door last time. Can't waste time finding the switch again on occasion something goes horribly wrong. It was bound to be, with me feeling this high-strung and tense. Not even sure why I thought it would be a good idea to enlist Mikaela's help. Although she has been quite helpful so far, can't shake off the horrible feeling something's going to happen to her if she stays with me. Even if I'm our safest bet and she wants to get out of this place alive.
You really believe that, don't you?
Oh, great.
Did you say something?
Mikaela pauses mid-step, turning to me confused.
I didn't.
You sure? I just heard.
Don't you think I'll be the first person who will know? Look, the ladder leading to the kitchen's up ahead. You might want to hurry.
Yeah, I agree.
I just want to be done with this place.
See? You dragged another one.
This time I'm sure. Really is a voice. Well, voices. Despite the look of protest Mikaela shoots me, I find myself stopping and looking for it, searching the immediate surrounding for a familiar form of the woman. I don't even have to venture far from where I'm standing. Just an arm's length away from me, mirror shards litter the floor. And right on the biggest fragments. They speak. All singing the same mocking tune against my ears, letting it echo throughout the small undercroft. Murmurs and laughters, jeering, scoffing, deriding, lacing venom into every crevice in my head, taunting me.
You dragged another person into this, Ashton.
Into another one of your silly little problems.
All because you can't fix them on your own.
You really haven't changed, have you? Some hero you are.
Useless.
Pathetic.
You're wrong.
My mistake lies in the first instance I've answered. The very second denial has slipped from my mouth. Their words have also seeped into my heart, allowing it to prod at and rouse my temper. Despite knowing they are merely doing this to goad me, each word, each syllable trickle into me, spurring the guilt I'd hoped to have long buried.
Are we? Or is that simply what you've been telling yourself all this time?
Something to make yourself feel better, perhaps?
You're the one who took that letter off Isabella's hand that day. You're the one who opened it.
How does it feel, I wonder? To know you're responsible for all of this?
What do you think I'm doing? Why do you think I'm still trying to fix this?
Oh, but you can't. It's already too late. And you know that. You know all of this is futile.
Just face it, Ashton Frey. You're a failure. And they are the ones who have to pay for it.
A badge and a gun, and you still can't protect your own friends.
Can't even solve a case for an old man.
Can't even bring Luke right to justice.
can't even keep his own family together.
No wonder they left you. Before you do the same thing to them.
Mom and Dad are better off without little old you, aren't they? It's a good thing they had the sense.
Pitiful, isn't it? Some detective you are, some friend you are, some son you are.
You might as well just throw that rank away. You're no use to people either way.
Shut it!
I hate this. I hate how this monster can easily get through to me. Every weakness, every insecurity, it knows. To hear it said in my friend's voice, even more so. What I hate above all is it.
You know it's true, though.
It's not, Ash. It's not.
It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word, because you're already aware of it.
You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to say it.
Shut it! Not a single word anymore.
It laughs, sharp and piercing. And its sound, something in me snaps. A rage hastily unfurling, red filling my vision. Oh, glitching? Okay. No, I got you. As expected. This always happens. It's the curse of the game. Thank you for telling me. This is a common occurrence. Okay. There we go. All right. Are we back? Is it good now? Yep. Okay. Happens. It happens. Thank you for letting me know. A rage hastily unfurling, red filling my vision. Next thing I know, I'm raising my hand and something grabs at my wrist, followed by a buzz as another voice breaks through the haze.
Don't listen to it!
The fog from my mind lifts. Every sound, every noise returns to me, flooding my every senses. All at once, there is this deafening silence. Slowly, I become aware of my surroundings. Bottles of wine, barrels of liquor, the faint old scent of death and decay somewhere, and a hand holding onto my wrist, as if to keep me from hurting myself. My hand's a shard. Blood drips from where it has cut my palm, trailing down my wrist until it disappears behind my sleeve. Not too deep, negligible even. There is pain, however, a different kind. An ache somewhere that stems not from the wound, but where every single word is hit. I glance up at McCullough. She merely stares at me with wide, horrified eyes.
Don't listen to it! No matter what happens, don't do what it says! It's how it gets us.
My grip on the shard falters, but only after I nod and drop it entirely does she release her grip. Afterwards, she simply stepped back and looked away. Putting her arm close to herself, she breathes a sigh, heavy. Perhaps weighted with her own guilt that this monster might have used against her.
Come on, we're getting close.
She walks off without another comment, but there's worry in her as she gives the fragments one last glimpse. On the ground, they lie lifeless now. No more voices, no more insults. But even as I walk away, one whispered taunt continues to ring in my ears.
It's useless, Ashton Frey. You are going to die.
I hope not.
And you are going to die alone.
I hope not. A fear. One that has been long kept in the darkest place in my heart. One that a small part of me wishes for. I'm gonna keep you alive as best I can, buddy. The trapdoor swings open without much fuss. It isn't even locked. Probably left open for when the right asks for some midnight snack. I make sure the coast is clear, of course, before I pull myself up and help McCullough up. The butler of theirs is nowhere to be seen. And also with the fucking rain. He's probably sleeping, attending to his master or doing some extra late night work before tuning in for the night. Meanwhile, Wright won't touch anything to do with menial chores, not even with a 10-foot pole. It's next to impossible for him to linger here. No servants. No anyone. And just as easy as that, we're in. Gently I close the hatch. If things go well, the same path will be our way out. If our luck doesn't hold. That's not an option now, is it? I have people waiting for me. I really don't want to think what might happen. Sometimes it's best that we simply revel in the little victories. Great blessings when everything else is going against you. And in a place like this fraught with unknown dangers, it's a feeling that lasts only but a second. Suddenly a sob. Great. Ringing out from some distant part of the house, echoing through its empty halls. Beside me, slumped on the ground, pale and breathing heavily, McCullough immediately tenses. Her eyes go wide and she grips the side of the counter with a force that might be enough to crack it, if only she had the strength. As it is, she can barely stand. She hasn't fully recovered. Makes sense of the 3 or more days without proper food or water. You're in the kitchen. Go ahead and you should just eat something. And it's this weakness that puts the fear in her eyes. She's aware. Something happens. If there's a need to run, she won't be able to. She's a liability at this point.
Holmes, I really don't think going any further is a good idea.
I agree, for you. You're also in the kitchen, just like, you know, just go go ham.
Everything seems fine. Nothing's off.
Oh God.
Maybe we should just go. I really don't like the sound of that.
You really don't have to come with me. Just until the kitchen, yeah? We're already here. You've done your part. From here on, I'm going on my own.
Yes, I said that, but
Can you even stand?
She doesn't answer.
You'll only be putting yourself in more danger if you follow after me. You have an easy way out of here. Stay here. Once you're okay, I need you to get yourself out of this place.
what? I'm not going to leave you.
Well, I'm not taking you with me either, lady. So it's here or out there.
You really are mad, aren't you?
Probably all will be, if no one fixes this little curse problem we have.
You think you'll find something in here? This is just a mansion, for God's sake.
Maybe. It's worth a shot. Besides, if what we're hearing right now says anything, I'd say scumbags.
Who?
Right. He might be knee-deep in trouble and he has no idea about it.
McCullough still appears as if she's about to argue, so instead of more words, I unholster my taser and hand it to her. Standard issue for every member of Luxborn police force. It shouldn't take a genius to know how to aim and fire one. Even Isabella may just be able to use it without training. Yet, this interior designer extraordinaire stares at it as if I just handed her something particularly nasty.
Listen, you want to wait? Fine. I'm leaving this with you.
Yeah, I'm keeping my fucking gun.
But if I don't come back here within 15 minutes, I want you to backtrack and get the hell out of here.
Are you daft, Holmes? I already told you.
In case something goes wrong, I need someone who...
Well, someone who would say I'm here.
Tell people what's going on.
Yep.
Who can tell my friends what might have happened here. They're at the crawl. You know the place, right?
I trail off, letting the meaning of my words hang in the air. I want to be optimistic about this, really. However, I am going against something almost everyone can't quite understand. I'm just being realistic with my chances. McCullough seems to understand this as well after what I've said. Any sign of protest has already died from her tongue. She simply looks at the taser quietly. After a moment, she just nods. Beyond the walls of this room, the cries continue to grow louder, and I take it as a sign to leave. Without another word, I slip out the door. Like a siren call, her voice beckons. Finding out who that is seems like a good place to start as any. I got my hands ready. I'm ready for QTs. I keep to the shadows for the most part. Not that there's any need to. The entire place just feels empty. Odd. When a house this big should have a large staff. You'd think there'd be one or two roaming around for some late night chores, or someone seeking out whoever's creating this ruckus. There's none, however.
Should they have security posted inside as well?
Well, unless their security means the butler, though I doubt Scumbag's that sloppy. He loves his life more than anything. Probably more than his own wife. I would agree. The things he's done, he's bound to make more than an enemy or two. He's also the kind who'll do anything to keep himself safe. Alive.
I wonder what he'll say when he finds out that there's something not human living with him in his own house.
He might know. We'll find out. Potential dangers aside, being on my own grants me a greater degree of mobility, which I'm more than comfortable with. I'm not sure I could have enlisted McCullough's help. Next to the people who owns this, she's probably the one who's most familiar with the mansion. But the cons of bringing her outweigh the pros. It's better off somewhere a quick exit's in sight. No tag along. I only have to worry about myself. Watch my back. Selfish, I know.
But necessary.
In the same manner this whole plan is, no matter how idiotic going into this. Besides, I don't really need a guide when the house's layout is fairly simple. Almost mirrored with only a few modifications in the rooms. Although I've only been here once, you already got a good grasp of this place in and outs. As long as you can tell which is east and west, it shouldn't be hard to find a way around. After the dining room, the main foyer should be the next thing that greets me. Where the woman's cries are leading me. Honestly, after what happened outside, I'm not even sure if I should be trusting what I'm hearing. With the whole house somehow seemingly devoid of any of its inhabitants, I'm inclined to look into this. More than surviving this curse, a huge part of this is my training speaking.
I just hope this isn't a crime scene I'm walking into.
But nothing's ever that simple, is it? Not when you're dealing with the supernatural. Nope. Because as soon as my feet crosses to the next room, something shifts. Whoa, hey. Hello. That's crazy. Hi. I think we saw this in a vision once. But, ooh, baby. Wow. In a flash, nearly without fanfare. Happens in a blink of an eye. I almost miss it. One moment, there's red. The next, yeah, and it's fine. I'm standing alone in the foyer. For a brief instant, I pause. Glancing wildly around the place, blinking twice as if my movements will spur the vision back. Yet, nothing. The blood dripping on the walls, and trailing down the stairs or pooled on the floor. No eyes watching my every movement. Only the same cries gradually grow in intensity the longer I dally, along with a voice. Oh no. Desperate.
Where are you, Mother?
Pleading.
Mother, please. I don't want to be alone.
Fascinating. Coming from the same direction I heard the cries from. Upstairs. The place is not entirely empty then. But our question now is who? Definitely not Scumbag or the butler. I've yet to see hide nor hair of them, and not knowing their whereabouts puts me on edge. So be careful not to make any noise or be seen. Maybe the wife? One can't really tell if it's her the ways the walls echo her voice. Nevertheless, it pushes me to move. Taking almost 2 steps at a time, despite the sickening feeling that someone's lurking behind every great shadow, every small corner I pass, as if the house has several eyes watching my every movement, as if something alive dwells behind the walls itself. Nope, we're back here again. Phenomenal. Nope, never mind. We're still going. Try to shake it off. The uneasy sensation has already made home in the pit of my stomach. Dread. It only grows deeper the closer I get to her. Relative emptiness of the place doesn't help either. Neither does the harsh wind battering the windows, or sheets of rain pelting down the roof. For a fleeting second, I find myself wishing for Scumbag to simply show up. Don't get too far down into that train of thought. Abruptly, the cries stop, placing it with,
Please. She's here. She's here, Mother. She's going to take me. She won't leave, Mother.
That can't be good. Adrenaline overcomes me in a rush. In no 2 heartbeats, my feet's already moving, before any sense can catch up or doubt creeps up to me. My hands ready at the holster as I hastily set off to the far side of the hall. One alarm footstep after another, while struggling to keep that sense of panic at bay. A door lies ajar at the next end, and coming from the floor above.
She's going to hurt me! Help me!
I do not hesitate. Moving in despite the lack of light. The steep stairs or the thick layer of dust kicking up with my every step. I pause only a moment upon reaching the top. And without wasting a second, I push the door open. Hello, Miss Charlotte, I believe. She sits in the middle of the room, shoulders hunched, shaking. Her hands cover her face as she weeps, oblivious to my presence. It's as if she has heard neither of my footsteps nor the soft creaking of the door, continuing undisturbed, like I'm standing in time far removed from her. She doesn't even flinch when I call out to her.
Hey, are you alright?
No, she's dead, Ashton.
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please. I can still hear her. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Belatedly, I notice the blood on her hands. It's as if the same one drenching the whole attic. I'd rather not know. How the whole room has ended up like this is the least of my problems at the moment. Every single human body, even the single human body doesn't have this much blood. So putties? The thought sends an unpleasant twinge in my stomach. Does Wright even know about this? It's bad news, alright, but this is beneath him. I don't think so. He'll definitely balk at the first sight of it. Anyone will. Yet the woman lingers here, unmoved by the sight, letting her sobs fill the room, repeating the words over and over again like a prayer of salvation. To whom? The mess of parchment she has left on the floor? Just what in the hell is happening?
Hey, lady, are you?
The rest of that question never makes it out. I don't even see it coming. Should have been more aware and on guard, really. Oh, great. But there's little I can do when a well-placed blow to the back of my knees makes me stumble. The momentum alone sends me reeling forward. Barely even registers in my head that the woman's gone and the room is as normal as it can be. Not about the pain suddenly shooting up my side when I hit the floor. I didn't even get the chance to get my bearings back. And a hard enough blow to the stomach caused me to buckle down and land heavily on my knees. Gasping, I fumble wildly for my gun. Although before I'm able to turn, level it and shoot, a hand grabs my wrist and twists it. Hard. A gasp. A grunt. A cry of pain slips past my mouth. Fuck! The gun falls to the floor with a thunk. As soon as it lands, a foot kicks it out of my reach and it slides uselessly under the bed. God damn it, Ashton! Agony suddenly explodes in my chin, jerking loose a sharp cry of pain, and stars fill the edges of my vision. A brief moment of regret hits me for leaving my taser with McCullough when a piece of cloth closes around my neck. Without warning, my attacker pulls tight. I'm left gasping, choking and clawing for air, blindly reaching behind me as I still try to fight him off and loosen the pressure on my neck. Except any sort of movement only causes him to pull it taut.
My, so many rats scurrying about in this mansion lately.
Johannes, it's fine. It's just me. Wright's butler. Shit.
Tell me, what did you do with the madam?
Oh, nothing. I have no idea what he's talking about. Something happened to Hannah, right?
Go! You asshole!
Now, Dummkopf, you're in no position to be rude. Last time I checked, I'm not the one breaking into other people's homes.
Listen, bud, there's a lot going on.
Answer my question. What did you do with the madam?
I don't know. Is she gone? There's a lot that happened to the madam. Pain rings and resonates through my already sore body. Still, I managed to write it out and spit a mutinous. Good.
Keep that dirty mouth babbling and you're getting a knife in the kidney.
Wow.
I assure you it will be more painful than this.
He really doesn't need to threaten me by now. What's going on? A lot. It's all too much to bear at this point. My lungs feel like they're burning with the lack of air. Dark spots begin to fill the edges of my vision. Ever so slowly, the world around me dims. Oh shit, come on, Ashton. My consciousness rapidly slips away from me, without meaning to.
Get away from him!
Bella? Hearing that voice, it's as if I've been doused with a bucket full of ice cold water. Familiar. Too familiar. More importantly, it shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be hearing it here. She shouldn't be here. Immediately, my eyes snap open. Yeah, get him, Bella! And right there, right on the attic's doorway, stands Isabella of all people. Rolling pin in one hand and a standard issue police taser in the other. My taser. She must have borrowed it from McCullough. What else could she have gotten one? What else she has ever used one even? Hell, the way she holds it right now. This guy can easily disarm her in one hit. But there's something in her. In her eyes. Although there's a lot of fear in them and her hand shakes, she keeps the weapon trained and pointed at Scumbag's lackey. Untrained or not, she does not plan to leave here without putting up a fight, it seems. Admirable, really, but it's just not something we need right now. I need her to be away from here. I need her safe. Ashton, you're about to get choked the slammed the fuck out. Like, shut up. But the chances of that happening grow slim with every laughter that sips from him.
Oh, this is just getting better and better. The Bratwurst won't be pleased with the number of bodies we have to dispose of today, you know. Tell me, how many of you are there? So I can prepare the proper number of bags.
Wow. Damn it. What the fuck is going on? Why is she here in the first place? Did she follow after me? Who else came with her? Zach? Rebecca? Are they all here? Oh, jeez, we're moving. Panic surges within me. She knows how bad the situation is. Does she really have to run in here and expose herself like that? Does she even know how to use a taser? For fuck's sake. More than worrying about my life, it's her I'm concerned about. Getting strangled, dying by choking isn't part of the plan, but her following me here isn't either. That's why I prefer to do things alone. This is why I'd rather be the only one to take the consequences. I don't even want to think what this bastard might do to her if he's done with me. Though my voice comes off nearly a croak, I try to tell her as much. She has to leave. Stay far away from here and these people.
Don't! Damn it, Isabella! Get out of here!
Another bout of pain erupts in my side, cutting off my words. A cry of agony bursts from my mouth. I can taste blood in my tongue as I heave, attempting to get in as much air despite the towel still coiled around my neck.
Ash?
You're going to lose air quickly that way, Dummkopf. Better keep it shut.
Get out! 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 Belle!
Don't be stupid! I'm not leaving you here!
Wow. He laughs. Too cruel, too unforgiving. The way each note beats against my ears in spite of the warmth in them sends chills down my spine. This is the man whose hands have already been stained with blood before. I assumed. You won't hesitate.
I'd follow his advice if I were you, little girl. What could you possibly do with a toy? Just hand it over and be on your way. It'll probably be too difficult for a little girl like you to use.
Wow. There's a moment of silence. Fuck, I barely keep my eyes open. But in the next second, though, I still don't exactly understand what's happening. Isabella shouts. Not a cry. Oh. Oh no, not a cry of pain. Not a yell of panic. But one that's resolute. Oh, okay. Go, girl. I believe in you. Firm. Perhaps in a tone that's leagues fiercer than any I've heard from her before.
Try me.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Ashton, duck!
I do. More out of instinct and desire to survive. Closing my eyes before my mind can fully process what's going on. It all happens in a blur. The telltale sound of a taser being discharged resounds through the room. The air crackles. Something whizzes by, almost too close to my ear, followed by the thud of something blunt connecting solidly with another object. The next thing I know, the towel strangling me is starting to loosen. Yeah, get up, girly. I collapse on the floor, dazed and gasping for air. From my peripheral, though, the haze of blood rushing and sound slowly filtering back, the butler buckles. He spasms once, and without much fuss, falls face first beside me, knocked unconscious by 50,000 volts of electricity and a fucking rolling pin. That's a good one. I'll be out for a while. I have no idea whether I should laugh or cry at that. Somewhere in front of me, my oxygen-deprived brain vaguely registers Isabella's form. She slumps on the floor, also breathing heavily. Right next to her trembly hands, both the taser and the rolling pin lie useless and forgotten, while the mood in the room eases. A long, gradual process of tension lifting. For countless seconds, we remain quiet, with only our short gasps and sighs to fill the silence, allowing the adrenaline ebb away and both of our breathing to slow. Not a true response by any means, but simply a brief respite. There's still the curse. We're still in the mansion, in imminent danger. Still have no idea how to fix this. Grab your gun, Ashton. Outside, the rain seems to only intensify. Lightning flashes fleetingly somewhere, white and piercing, and the sky rumbles. No rest for the wicked. I stir first once recovered. We regain some semblance of sense and strength. Breathing still hurts, but it's bearable. As is moving, every small motion causes a wince, and we'll be bruising tomorrow. I can manage. Good. Retrieving my gun from under the bed is easy. But only with some effort. I'm able to drag an unconscious man to the far end of the room, snapping one end of the handcuff on his wrist while fastening the other to the bed frame. That should keep him restrained for a few hours, in case he wakes up prematurely. All through this, Isabella stays quiet. In fact, she hasn't moved since. Her hands still shake and taking in long draws of breath, while she stares vacantly in front of her, almost as if she's in shock. Perhaps she isn't even expecting any result, spurred only by some kind of desperation. Now it's sinking in. Fortunately, we need to get moving. We don't have time to wait for everything to register in our heads. Kneeling in front of her, I give her a light shake.
Belle, we need to go. We can't stay here.
Yeah, get moving, girlie. Slowly she turns, staring at me with wide eyes. Worry flickers briefly in them along with something ineffable. Without warning, she lifts a hand. It slaps me right across the face. Yeah, get him. He looks so pretty. The sound of it cracks the air, shattering the silence like fragile glass breaking. Despite the familiar rumble of thunder outside, it manages to ring louder above the storm. I don't even know what hit me until my head has already snapped back and my cheek stings with her anger. And it is anger. In spite of the stillness and lack of words afterwards. Not fuming, though. Never fuming. But the kind that burns lightly and soundlessly. A frustration instead of a seething rage. Once that ebbs just as quickly as it flows, and once the tide subsides, there's only that gleam in her eyes. Warm, steadfast, and unflinching. A little explanation would be really nice, though. After almost getting choked to death. Okay. the little typo there. A slap is the last thing I ever wanted to receive. Hell, breathing is still painful.
What was that for?
Oh, you know. Though she speaks softly, her irritation slips from her lips, harsh and piercing. It was as sharp as the lightning streaking across the night sky and rain still falling hard. Every word weighed the same truth underneath her gaze.
What was that for? What was that for? I think I should be the one asking questions here. What is wrong with you?
Isabella!
Oh, it's that same line where he's saying something really hurriedly and we're not in that kind of situation.
If Zach didn't slip up, no one would have known where you went.
One person knowing is enough, Isabella. And shouldn't I be asking you the same question? Why are you even here? Please don't tell me Zach and Rebecca are with you.
Just quick to avert her gaze.
They are, aren't
they? Are? Oh, fuck. Well, like I said, we're better in numbers.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't care if you think you're being brave right now. You've just put yourself in even more danger by going here.
Oh yeah? Well, you almost died. He could have suffocated you right then and there, and you could have died.
I told Zach to give me 4 hours. That would have been enough time to
get choked out.
It would have been too late. And by the time anyone ever finds out, you're already fertilizer.
She trails off, drags one indrawn breath after another. A brief lull as her frustration finally gives, dissolves into something more pensive and somber. Her shoulders droop, and though her voice rises hoarse and weary, in her next words there's only certainty.
You count too, you know? When I said that night, when I told you that I don't want to lose anyone anymore, that includes you. alive. We're still here, Ash. You have us. You have Rebecca with you. Don't make her worry like that.
And once their meeting fall, roar. Does so not with force of a dam breaking or a raging storm, but with the gentle steady warmth of a hearth burning, an ember easing slowly, lightly, rising and giving until all that's left is the truth, an understanding. Not alone. Never alone. Oh. It lingers, even as we both drift back into silence and our words take root, because in the hush that swells after is another warmth blooming. Pleasant, welcoming, like finding ourselves in a haze and a squall has left, creating something fragile yet immutable in both of us. It's in her eyes, and the way she holds my gaze unwavering, and the way she carries herself despite sitting amidst a place she fears. The way she keeps herself from trembling and falling apart, because fear is inconsequential when the people she cares about are at risk. A change. She realizes that now, holds on to it. Another little thing, another small thing from her that may go unnoticed and pass by quietly, but will eventually amount to a lot of things. Sometime between finding that letter and this moment, something has shifted in her. So if this is the old Isabella, she'll be hysterical. With a lot of things and hiding behind people involved. She wouldn't even dare march in here alone to save everyone. Anyone. Who would have thought? Despite this and the truth in her words, I can't look her in the eyes, only because I know for myself that she's right. Well, for a long time I don't answer. She abruptly stands up and gives me a light push. Not enough force to hurt, though. I do end up sitting on my backside. Then she sticks out her tongue and blows the raspberry, before quickly removing herself from the room. I'm still hoping this realization doesn't come too late for me. For all of us. I have a lot to fix. With a heavy sigh, I follow after her. Yippee! Oh, it's still fucking dark. Power still hasn't come back. We make our way downstairs. Tricky considering the stairs to the attic are a bit old. One misstep and anyone might end up slipping and falling. Ugh. If you're lucky. You're lucky if that's all that happens to you. But the stairs is steep. A broken neck is likely outcome. Thankfully, Isabella's here to guide me through the darkness. She knows this place better than anyone after all. In spite of all the misfortunes it has brought us.
Careful, the floorboards over there aren't very sturdy.
Yeah, good luck. Hold on. Little journal entry. Yeah. Nice. I like this art. This art is really nice. Yep, right on cue. The same floorboard I'm stepping on creaks and suddenly breaks. The pieces falling somewhere with a dull thunk.
Oh shit. Scumbag wouldn't be too happy about that. Ow, my foot.
Yeah, careful, buddy.
See? I told you so. You never listen to me.
They renovated the whole mansion. They can't even replace one tiny part of the house.
Why don't you file a complaint to BRC then? I'm sure they'd be thrilled to hear it. You know it was such a rushed job.
Outside, the winds have intensified. Even from here, I can hear the gusts battering the window in the attic. Makes you wonder why, up until now, the only person we've encountered from this house is the butler. Although to some degree that makes sense. He is in charge of running the place. Where are the other servants, though? In the storm, wouldn't anyone want to stay inside? Likely assumption is they're all asleep. The route I've taken doesn't really pass by the rooms they've likely assigned as the servants' quarters. However, they also have heightened security. I brushed it off earlier, thinking they'll be posted a lot closer to where the master's rooms are. The second floor's devoid of anyone as well. As if every inhabitant of this place has suddenly disappeared overnight. More importantly, where's that scumbag? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The fact that we're right in the fucking middle of it makes me all the more queasy. And the feeling only escalates once we reach the landing and Isabella swings the door open. Oh, we're back in the kitchen. She pauses abruptly right in the doorway that I almost run into her. A look of confusion's in her as she looks widely around the place, wordlessly taking in her surroundings. With each turn and shift of her eyes, her shoulders only grow tenser and the look of apprehension slowly dawns on her.
Isabella, what are you...
We aren't supposed to be here.
Sure enough, when I look up, we're standing right in the kitchen, pots, pans, and all. In one corner, Zach and Rebecca watch us almost as surprised to see us. McCall is also with them. Look at that! Everybody's here! Of course, she didn't listen to me even if I already exceeded the 15 minutes we agreed on. The color and strength seems to already return to her, enough for her to be able to stand unassisted. The empty plate on the counter... Yep, good. It appears to play part on that. Good news, I guess. As for the other two, however... Relieved as I am that I had sense to wait and not venture deeper into the mansion. Can't keep but roll my eyes at both of them. Yeah, okay.
Zach, I said 4 hours.
I know, but Isabella asked and... Come on, bro. You know I ain't a very good liar.
And it didn't even occur to you to stop her?
We all tried, all right? She was out the door before we could say anything.
And how did you guys even get in here?
All three of them exchange a look. One that I absolutely don't like. In the end, it's Isabella who speaks up, albeit with a bit of hesitation.
We heard someone scream, Ash. It led us here.
Interesting. Oop. Without warning, the door behind us slams shut.
We need to get out of here.
Yep. Screw right. I need to get these people out of here. Luckily, we're in the kitchen now, 2 ways out. Back door and the cellar offers. Except the hatch won't budge when I pull at it, and neither does the back door. Oh, great. As if something was locked it firmly on the other side. Zach also gives a few tries, but even with the big guy's strength, it won't open. It's a long bout of silence, which we all simply look at each other, likely sharing the same thoughts. We're trapped. This kind of reminds me of Hill House, almost. If any of you know Haunting of Hill House, it's good. It's really good. Something or someone has intentionally led us here. Fuck. At the same moment, once realization dawns in, something shifts again. Blood. In every nook and cranny, over every surface, and on every inch of the floor. Hill House mentioned, yeah. It was good. It was a really good series. This time, unlike the first one I've seen, it remains, and gradually, the whole room begins to reek of that familiar metallic scent. Sharp, suffocating. Around us, every object, including the cupboards, has started to rattle as well. The sounds from outside, foreboding rumble of thunder, and even the howling winds have begun to fade away, replaced by whispers, shouts, and cries of pain. Though inaudible, each beat and note bombards every crevice of my head with vague images and sounds. There's no time to make sense of everything, however. I'm already shouting, fueled purely by adrenaline, barking orders and making a break for the door that leads to the next room, the dining. Take us straight to the foyer where the main door is.
Move! Run!
Right in front of us, the mansion has started to change, and we're in the thick of it. However, instead of the dining room like it's supposed to open to, the bedroom welcomes us instead. Interesting. An image that lasts only but a second before blood begins to seep into the room. Filtering into the walls, trickling from every nook and cranny. Everywhere. Furniture shakes and every beam rattles. Before we can even step back from the horror gradually unfolding in front of us, the door slams shut. A loud thud bringing a sense of dread, a chill creeping out beneath of us. Along with it is another realization. The whole place itself is reordering itself. And with the door closed tight behind us, showing no signs of budging even through sheer force, there's no choice but to go forward and hope to all gods that it'll lead us to an exit. How wonderful. Until then, running's the only thing we can do, spurred by nothing but fear and a sense of desperation to live.
It's useless, Ashton.
But with each room we pass, it only becomes apparent that the house has no intention of letting us leave. It lured all of us here and we've fallen for it. Now it's playing a little game with us, a sordid form of amusement. For whom? Our laughters are the only things we can hear. With every hall we cross and door we slide open, the hope of finding an exit merely dwindles. The gun at my hip is useless here. I'm useless here. Some fucking genius I am. Some fucking person to trust I am. All of those, they mean nothing in the face of the unknown.
You finally figured it out. eventually die because of you.
And you are going to die alone.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You know it's true, though.
All of it.
It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word, because you're already aware of it.
You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save anyone.
The more gruesome the place turns, the bleaker our chances simply get. Yikes. Yikes. Wails and screams fill our ears as we pass by. Words from a time and people long gone, laced with nothing but pure agony, calling out, reaching out to us. Their voice is almost too real, as if we're not the only ones trapped here, that there are others begging for release from this wretched place. Or maybe it's all just a show? A taste of what will eventually be. Souls forever held captive in a never-ending nightmare.
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please. I can still hear her. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Is this what the curse is? What it means for all of us? That the letter, not a morbid cry for help, but an invitation? A beckoning for unsuspecting souls to be dragged into this place's horrors, to be put under centuries and centuries of torment and agony. Suddenly dying a painful death seems preferable, enticing, than ending up here, living a tortured existence. Or perhaps it's all the same. Still, hope worms its way into me. Not a usual thing for someone like me. But after going through countless doors and corridors, every little sign of hope I'm willing to cling to, as long as it'll get us out of here. Back in the dining room again. How long have we been running? How long since we left the kitchen? At some point I've lost track of time. The windows barred tight and the sounds lifting in the air, nothing but shouts and shrieks impossible to tell. Not that it matters when an end is in sight. Oh shit. Shelves and furnishings barred the door, each stained with blood and gore. But if the situation isn't as desperate as it is, I'll find a different way out. There's still a gap left at the topmost part for a person to go through, as long as you use the shelves to climb.
It's an exit, all right.
Where does it lead? Oh, I see. From here I can spy the familiar walls of the foyer. Relief. Only relief washes over me. Though my legs have been strained taut by all that running, every bone and muscle in my body ache, there's only an easing. A sense of tension relieving, while energy back flows through me again at the sight of an end. No sooner I'm leading us out to it. Zach helps Nicola first, assisting her up through the gap before giving a hand to both Rebecca and Isabella. The moment the ladies are in, I nod for them to go through.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
Ash, you're gonna get got. Surprising he does without any protest. Not that there's any need to. Sometime after entering this room, the whole place has calmed down. No wails, no whispers, just a silence too deafening. But I'm not letting my guard down until everyone's on the other side of this nightmare safe. For all I know, this may just be a calm before another storm. Great foreshadowing, bud. Without further incident, however, Zach makes it to the other side and I'm following after him. However odd this hush is, I turn my back from it and climb up. It's a tight fit, but I managed to squeeze myself in. Oh, good. Well, he made it. Cool. None of these remains, though. Maybe it's the adrenaline still coursing through me, or how easy everything has been after living through that nightmare, fleeting as it is. For some reason, something's still nagging at me. A little detective instinct, or training, or whatnot. I have a feeling something's going to happen and catch us unprepared. Cautiously, before dropping down on the better side of the stream, my hand shifts to the gun at my hip. Instinct has never failed me before. Yep. My feet haven't even landed firmly on the floor when...
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two.
Great. Are we gonna fucking shoot him?
People these days, in my own home. Can you believe it? I feel so left out.
Or is he fucking haunted too? A chill seeps into every vein in my body. All of a sudden, every ache, every pain returns me tenfold, and my knees threaten to buckle at the sound of his voice. Though it appears friendly, I know it's anything but. One does not spend investigating a man like him for over a year and holding a grudge against him for more without knowing everything about him. His quirks, his habits, I'm familiar with all of them. And right now, Luke fucking Wright is beyond pissed. Shifting my gaze upwards is nearly too painful knowing the danger. Not to me, but to those who have been lured in here by the curse. Oh, he's got a gun! Oh, shit. I got a gun too, bitch! Okay. Let's play this. Let's see how we play this out. The hand... Oh, the handgun. Yes, the handgun. Yes. I thought it was saying like the hand, comma, gun. Like the hand is a gun. Not like a handgun, you know? The hand that is a gun. Okay. Next to that smarmy smile on his face while he holds McCullough, Zach, Rebecca, and Isabella at gunpoint. It's sight enough to lodge a painful thorn in my throat. I've been too complacent. Too focused on other things that I've completely set aside the fact that scumbag would not be too pleased to see us here without knowing our reasons. But even with those good intentions, curses and ghostly apparitions aside, we're still trespassing in his home. The question is, he's even aware the whole of his household has someone disappeared, and it might be the only one here. Likely not. Fuck. Even with people he knows among the crowd, there's a significant effort in him not to simply shoot everyone inside.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about little Lily over there, then? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is? Oh, we're doing good, by the way.
Sir, please.
Oh, please what?
Becca's right, sir. We need to get out of this place. You need to leave.
Tut-tut, not a good enough excuse, darling. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight. Don't worry, I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman.
Gross.
Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Casually, he waves the handgun at them, as if it's just a mere toy and his words were no threat. The safety's off on his, nothing stopping him from pushing through with his words. Call me paranoid, but at the slight gesture, I draw on my own and level it at him. Finger on the trigger, ready to release the safety catch in case things go south. Oh yeah, gun! Yeah, gun! Yeah, gun! He is quick to train his own on me, though. Just like that, we're at a standstill.
Now, Feathers. Manners. You're in no position to be pointing that gun at people.
I sure fucking will.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Fucking shoot him.
Oh, he talks back. The gall. You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
Oh, it's a pot calling kettle black. Shooting him right now would be so worth it. The way he stares at me like I'm a damn pest. That's what I want to come here for. I'm not a murderer. Much as I loathe him, I'm not the kind who will kill people in cold blood for my own gain or amusement. The law will bring him what he deserves one of these days. At that moment, however, we're all in the same boat with this curse. He needs to understand that. The longer we stand here, the more time we're wasting and losing. Something we don't have much of. How can I convince him? This scum is so full of himself. First, he hears the sound of his own voice more than those of the people around him, no matter how much sense they make. Probably the only way I can make him listen is if I beg. No way in hell that's happening. Maybe I should eliminate the immediate danger first and disarm him. That would be crazy. Alright. If I beg... Listen... I don't imagine using force is gonna go down well. I can't see any route where that's gonna go well, because I don't think it will actually happen. I think we're gonna get fucked if we do that. This is a big one. So let's save. As much as I want nothing to do with this man, I think if we stroke his ego a little bit, then maybe he'll listen to us. Maybe. Just maybe. Yeah, exactly. And there's other people that are involved. I don't want to get them hurt. My life's not the only one at risk here, however. There's Zach. There's Rebecca. There's Isabella. Cull's here as well. Hee hee, look at me and all my branches. We're all unknowing victims to this fucking curse. Oh, I'm sorry, my roommates. I'm in no position to pick who to save and who I should simply let die. I suppose my pride can take a few hits, and I can set aside my beef with this asshole. Taking a deep breath, slowly I lower my pistol. I was still on edge and not ready, in case he does something. I do my best to assume a less aggressive stance.
Listen, right. I need you to...
Swallow your pride. There are more important things no matter how much you hate his.
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy. Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers? I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Look here, fucker.
Look here, fucker.
If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already.
It's true.
In fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now.
Okay, Ash, this isn't the route that we were going for.
You won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
No. Suddenly he laughs, almost howling, in fact. Like I just told him the best joke he's heard in all his life. The only thing missing for him is to keel over and start rolling around the floor. All while I do my best not to sock him with the sorry end of my pistol.
You have guts, Feathers. You have guts.
Bro, I could end you. Whoops.
Did you hear what you just told me? You've just threatened me inside my own house. My own home.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't, Ash. What the fuck? It's right on that, at least. No, I don't agree with any of this. I'd have ended up like him if I didn't have Professor, Andrew, Rebecca, Zach, and Isabella. One mistake and it would have been too late for me. I hard disagree. There we go. His laughter rings all those possibilities I could have lived, but I've never been given the choice. Because I have other people with me, people who care. Sobering realization. But not so much when suddenly his chuckling stops. In 2 heartbeats, he marches towards me, grabs my collar, and aims his gun right at my head.
Ashton!
I'm fine.
Luke, no!
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
At this distance, a slight flick of that finger on the trigger will be able to do more than kill me.
What is it that you people really want with me? This is the second time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game. Did the NCA send you to apprehend me, or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers? Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to beat the business end of this gun.
I keep my eyes trained on him, in spite of the huge threat he poses right now. Because if there's anything people like him, like us, prefer, it's honesty. You don't give that impression without keeping a solid eye contact.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go. You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Get him.
Why, you insolent!
His finger moves, but I'm prepared. My hand ready to reach up, disarm him, and knock him out. If I have to drag him out of this place unconscious, to keep him from suffering the fates of every other person who had died from this curse, so be it. However, before either of us can fire a shot or tackle the other to the ground, another voice echoes through the foyer. Small little thing compared to the storm raging outside. It rings above it, nevertheless, causing all of us to stop and turn. Oh gee, I wonder who it is. Hi, Hannah. Listen, crazy things are happening right now, girly. Nice. Yeah, I figured we'd move this part pretty quick. Oh, whoops. This is all the way back. Hold on. Holy shit. Oh, we are fucking schmoovin'. Oh my god. This is it. Oh, this is it. We did it. We did it. We're reaching the end. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Okay. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Oh my god. This is crazy. It's like a dream come true. At the top of the staircase, Hannah Wright stands there, pale as death and expression eerily calm. Can't help but think there's something wrong. My gaze darts around, wary of her. Soon enough, I realize what's wrong when she speaks. She's wrong. Death smile upon you.
Oh, Luke, darling, my love. What do you think you're doing out here this late?
Ooh, atmosphere. Outside, another streak of lightning flashes and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. As if the whole thing can't get any more foobar than it already is. What does that stand for? Fucked up something? That's it? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Cliffhanger. Daisy work is still much to do. Sorry, I'm just gonna look through this really quick. That's crazy. And you have to finish the story out with Luke. That's insane. Not that I plan to, but the problem is obvious. I don't trust any a lot. Because he might get it wrong. I need to find everything's gone to the shitter. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna stop that there. Crazy. Wonderful. Ashton lowered his gun. Stood Hannah Wright. Good, and then finally on Luke. He's a Leo, 31, 5'8", British, atheist, raised Anglican, high school dropout. Pretending dog line, acid piano playing, deaf deals money, women empowered. Shut up. Whoa, okay. Here's the deep lore. A prostitute's son. He spent his childhood roaming the streets begging or pickpocketing in order to avoid home. Home meant a too drunk mother and her equally drunk clients, some of who would take to beating the child out of anger if he so much as looked at them wrong. That meant he was always in trouble in one form or another. Nothing was done to correct it until, in a sober moment, his mother found out about the abuse and promised to take better care of her son. Luke was happy for a while, but his mother's bad habits led to an early grave and left him orphaned until his biological father, businessmen with no legitimate heir, sought him out. He was trained to inherit Wright Enterprise, but along the way got mixed up with illegal activities. So he did get mixed up. Okay. That put the company in a bad spot after his assistant ran off with a large sum of dirty money. Bankruptcy would have been inevitable if he happened to marry Hannah. I see. Hey, listen, a rough upbringing is no excuse for you to be a bitter fucking dick. Okay? I don't care. Don't be racist. Bottom line. Crazy. All right, so let's take, oh Jesus fucking Christ, let's take a little gander at Luke's then, shall we? Jesus, look at this branching path. Okay, and we're here. Fuck me, man. Okay, let's take a look. Jesus, it's just like Ashton. His bar is even tinier. This is fucked up. Oh my god, it's gonna be so long. Okay. Some of it you're gonna go through. Okay, it looks like a lot of it you go through pretty quickly because these little things like here, very, very quick decisions that happen in quick succession. So that's something. These. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Because it's a possibility we might just be at this bottom bar here. And we skip all of this. It's a possibility. That would be crazy. This bottom bar is so long. Holy fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, this bottom bar is crazy. What if that's like if everybody's dead? It could just be the common route. This top bar is also equally... What is this bottom bar? That's so long. It just reaches the end? Oh my fucking god, it's still going. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh my god, it's so long. Oh my god. There's a possibility that you skip it just fucking all of it. Wee. Still going. Still. Here we are. Ooh. Oh, it leads directly to the end. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Where does this bottom bar start? Jesus, this is so long. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go all the way. There's a possibility you skip all of it and head... Okay, somewhere around here. Yeah, if you get... So you get to this little box here. This little box here. Whatever this route is at the bottom here. After that ends, it takes you all the way directly to the end of the whole thing. That's crazy. What could it be? What could that mean? And then there's the top bar too. Hold on. Let me find the top bar. There's that bottom bar that just takes you directly to the end, and then you branch off here at this top one, and that takes you to this top one up here. That's a little further in. And I mean, there's branching paths to get onto that. But that takes you also... These two bars, top and bottom, that takes you all the way to the end. Insane. Except where the top bar eventually branches back to wherever this is. And then that's the end. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So maybe next stream is just gonna be another really fucking long one. I think I've been here for like 8 hours. Oh, my back. Crazy Dio. Go over here. Whatever decisions these were. We end up at Luke. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating. Wow. We have one more fucking chapter. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm so tired and my brain hurts. Let's go ahead and save this. Sure, it's there for the Luke route. Cool. Tight. All right. Yes. That's it. Holy fuck. Okay. Let's go back over here. And I'll exit out here. And I'll turn my lights back on. Ta-da! There I am. Ooh, so bright. Oh, my head. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Now I'm gonna have to do Luke's accent for the next. I'm gonna have to deal so fucking much with Luke. This was not a route that I was excited for, but we gotta do it. I don't want to do Luke's fucking whiny ass accent. Okay. There we are. Oh, Jesus, my back. Oh, that was a long one with a break in between it. A brief intermission. Sorry about the technical issues. That's just my luck, my curse, unfortunately. Oh, Jesus. I was looking at my time and I'm like, if it gets any later than a certain time, I just have to stop. But it, like, as expected, it just kind of cranks through depending on who's alive and who's not. And then it moves through pretty quick. So that's what I thought. Oh, my back. Okay. Well, like I said before, potentially I might do a stream later, either Thursday or Friday, to work out some of my tags and stuff like that. And then most likely streams are still gonna be light. I'll probably next week on Tuesday, another long stream, another little endurance stream to finally finish this, and then hopefully that'll be it and we get back on Lamento. I really want to just crank out the final bit, because I was last one was 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 hours I've been here, as expected. Okay, but for those of you who are joining me today, thank you so much, I appreciate it. And to everybody else, I'm so sorry about the way the VOD ends up getting broken up. You know, you do your best, and thus it's just how it is. But I desperately need to head off. My back hurts, my brain hurts, I need to lay down. So, thank you everyone so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys either later this week or same time next week on Tuesday, okay? Alright. Have a good night, good day, good evening, whatever greets you. And I'll see you later. Bye. Bye-bye.